Okay, I saw it recently. That show is so violent. It's like so blood. Even as an adult, I was like, oh my god, this is like so
When you can
intense.
watch movies like those Disney, all those movies as an adult.
Uh-huh.
Like they say, you should read a book in your childhood and as an adult. Go watch those movies and just pick up on the things that you had no idea what you were
Oh, there's
watching.
fucked up shit in there, dude.
My mom was like, I would always ask. She was like, "Why do you want to watch?" She says, "You have no idea what you're watching."
Right.
And
She
when I
was
get around,
right.
oh, what?
Turns out she was
The most
right.
right. The most right.
Mom was right the whole time.
I went back and watched The Nutty Professor not long ago. I was like, Jesus. Some of the stuff.
Oh, you know that shit did not age well.
Yeah,
Wait,
so much.
No, the worst thing that aged the worst was the Scary Movie movies. The Scary Movie 2
No.
aged so still funny. Can't do it today.
So 3, I think, aged well. Scary Movie 3 was good, but I tried watching 2 a couple years ago. Me and my parents got really high.
That's great.
And watch it, and they're like, it's like, oh, and like they started like smoking weed later in life, so they're like, oh, we missed out on all these stoner movies because we were straight.
Oh my god.
Scary Movie 2 is rough.
Scary Movie 2, and it was like so weird.
It is rough.
It was like, oh my god.
It's rough.
The whole movie's just making fun of like disabled people for like an hour and a half.
Is
well,
it? I don't
well, it makes fun
remember.
of.
It's just like so. It's fucked up. It's like
your
not
boy,
really funny.
look, your boy Hanson, the dude that had the little hand.
The Wayans brothers were. Oh yeah, the guy, the hand.
And then you had the guy with the feet. And they had
Oh
like
my god. The Wayans brothers were tripping, dude.
I don't care. Hanson is still one of the funniest characters ever. Come here, child. And
Yeah, it's. Yeah, you hate to love it. You love to hate it.
What I miss?
A lot. We had a lot of good talks actually.
Yeah.
It's been good. You know, how you doing? So you just came back from like a TED talk, right?
Yeah, I had a
TEDx, Lil Jodeci.
What was the topic of the talk?
How to rock a leather jacket.
It was
Doug style.
Right.
It was
And you
actually.
had the jeans on. You look like a '50s greaser, bro. And you get the bandana, bro.
That's how I'm feeling
I thought you
today.
were about to stuff me into a locker.
I'm an icon,
It's
man.
very Lost Boys, which is one of my
I
favorite
love
movies.
Lost Boys.
Tell me that movie wasn't one of the
Fucking Warlock.
Lost-
Fucking Warlocks and
Lost
shit.
Boys
Yeah,
was
that's
the
my
movie.
shit.
I only
dog.
saw it once, but it was pretty good.
You're not the age.
I gotta
you're
rewatch it.
You're not the right age.
You weren't the right age either.
Yeah, I was.
Came out in the '80s.
But I'm the '90s. You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja
Okay,
Turtles, all
a
that
decade
shit.
later.
Wait, but the one with the actual suits though.
Yeah, those were great.
The ones with the actual suit.
What you
You're
was?
talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle with the actual body
Yeah,
suits
with
they
the actual
wore.
body.
Yeah.
That's the real one. When
Yes.
Raphael was depressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Raphael always was depressed. I feel like.
Raphael was lashing out.
Wait,
Yeah.
who was the like goofy pizza one? Like,
Michelangelo, dog.
That's
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
He had the skateboard and he
I
had
thought
a
that
piece
was
and the
That's
nunchucks.
That's Michelangelo's cowabunga, dude.
He had the nunchucks.
I kind of fuck with him.
He was
You will-
definitely
you will
getting
fuck
My
high.
with him.
spirit turtle.
You will fuck with him. We was. I didn't know what the fuck I was about to go in that to. Vic was there for like 30 minutes.
I
She
was there for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
huh?
she was eating ice cream and shit. You should have had the
I
big
did
egg.
not
Wait,
have
y'all had
any-
ice cream?
I did not have ice cream. I didn't even get the ice
You
cream.
didn't get the ice cream?
No, I had to leave so I could be here on time.
Okay.
Well, glad someone felt
Is
that
that
way.
sassy?
Wait, so
You
you
being
didn't-
Yeah, I'm
sassy?
being sassy. Yeah, I'm being sassy.
What you being sassy for?
Wait, y'all had
I'm
ice
good,
cream?
I'm good right now. They had ice cream. They had beignets.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
You missed it.
Ice
I thought
cream.
you was coming.
What is this?
Where
Why would
were
I
you?
come?
What was that?
I didn't
it
know there was
was
gonna be
it
ice
was a
cream.
talk at the African American Museum. Me and Mikey was doing a talk about
I'm
basically.
usually there all the time.
I guess they've been doing talks with like artists in the community.
Right.
Oh, that's
then,
cool.
yeah, so
Was it recorded?
Yeah, it was recorded. It was
Is it gonna
recorded.
they gonna put it on
I
like
think they gonna put it
Vimeo?
on, I think they're gonna put it online somewhere. Yeah, they gonna put it
Right,
on
Daily Motion?
Why would you just say
Daily
Vimeo?
They
Motion.
can put it on Daily Motion.
Daily Motion.
Why would you say
Follow me on
Vimeo?
Daily Motion.
Yeah, follow you on Daily Motion.
So what y'all talk about?
Upcoming in the city, upcoming DJing
Yeah.
like for the last
Yeah.
10 years.
New free trial album.
Then I started getting spiritual on them. You know, I got to go deep on them.
right.
You know, I ran my play. And then the dude who was cooking, I took a plate when I left. Yeah, he had an egg with some beef short rib or some shit.
I love short rib, dude.
Dom hit me up. He wanna serve Hypnotic.
What?
He just texted me.
You
texted
want a
me
what?
about-
At sec hour?
Yeah, he wanted
Wait,
some
hit the
food.
drink hypnotic?
Yeah.
Wait, hold
We
on.
gotta hold on. No, if you had been in for the conversation earlier.
Hold on, wait, that's
Right.
why I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, run it back. What happened?
This is our liquor consultant.
What?
Okay.
My nigga said he texted me. He like he said, yo, who your liquor spots is?
MD 2020, obviously.
I'm like, yo. I said we got a liquor sponsor. He said like,
Alizé.
he said I think you should serve Hypnotic. That's how.
Franzia
What a
presents
Let me
Sec
tell you
Gala.
something. That Hypnotic with that Henny though, you know
Yeah,
that Hulk
the
Hulk
Incredible
smash
Hulk.
where it's
Yeah,
go.
the Incredible
a
Was
Hulk.
that you? I had
That's a real
commented on
Triple
like
H.
some.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I was
That
like
was
Hulk
me,
smash,
yeah.
boy, all day.
Yeah, a lot of people commented on that shit.
I think that's despicable, frankly.
Hypnotic.
The Hypnotic and the Hennessy.
You gotta try it, Tucker.
Hold on, let me see. I mean, first of all, I have
Yeah.
never met. I don't think I ever met anybody who I knew for a fact drank Hypnotic on its own. I've
Yeah,
always
me
known it to
neither.
be mixed with something.
It's like Alizé, though, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like
Alizé.
Alizé. And Tupac made that a thing.
Shit, well, we had to throw that booms for a
Thug
minute.
Passion. You know about Thug Passion, Tucker?
Do I know about Thug Passion?
Yeah.
Look at me. If anyone knows about Thug Passion, it's me.
You are
Okay.
you all Thug Passion.
I'm all look.
You know, thugging got that wide range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thuggin' do got that vibe, man.
Yeah,
You're talking about me,
different
right?
types of thugging.
Yeah, you young and thuggin'.
Free young thug.
He young and thuggin'.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Free young thug.
Free slime.
From Atlanta.
Free slime.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked. It's fucked that he's in jail right now.
It's gonna be a rough one.
It's fucked.
How was did y'all talk about Saturday night yet?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
How was y'all Saturday night? Was it a big vibe?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
a
good.
Yeah.
crazy night.
They had to
What
kick
happened
us out that
Saturday?
bitch.
Oh, yeah?
They had to kick us out at like 5, but
Yeah.
we could
Oh,
have kept
shit.
going. It was
We do this kind of month. We do a monthly at Rabbit Hole, but we started this called Up to No Good,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be more of our like regular monthly thing.
Okay.
And we decorate it like crazy. This one we did kind of like a space vibe theme, which was cool. We had some aliens hanging, and we did our usual ravey music, and it was pretty fucking crazy. We
y'all-
played for 4 hours, so
Straight.
and we had our
Yeah, pretty much.
young little protege Cole open for
Shout out
us,
to the young boy.
who we love.
Is he shadowing you?
He kind of. I don't know how to
I
describe
mean, I don't.
it.
To be honest, I don't even look at it like Cole. I was throwing these house parties. Cole showed up. He was good friends with another kid named Mac. They would always come to our parties, and he was Mac was like, "You should let Cole DJ." But as you know, people say shit like that all the time.
Facts. Yeah.
So I always
You should let me DJ though.
Yeah. And I always dismiss it, right? But Cole showed up to a few of the parties, and at one of the house parties, I was like, "You got your USB?" And he was like, "Well," I was like, "You have a USB?" And he was like, "Yeah." I said, "Come play." And he played, and I actually liked I was fucking with what he was playing, and then so we had him play one of our Bayou events, and so I just took a liking to him. Like I like his music. I think he,
Shout out Cole. Is he like a
plays,
DJ name or?
His name is
Chapo.
Chapo.
Oh, Chop. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him on like flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
definitely
playing with
now
us in
doing his
Canada.
thing.
He just played with us this Saturday.
Chapo is one of our regulars in the chat. Shout out Chapo.
He's
Yeah,
out.
he's
I forgot.
he's
Chapo
on
do
the
he
radio.
in chat.
He on the
He
scene on some
supports.
Darkwing
Shout
Duck
out
shit.
Chapo.
Like he really.
He watches every
No, he's
episode
low-key-
of this
he is
fucking
is low key on the
show.
scene.
Shout
on
out
some-
Chapo. Everyone go see Chapo.
You know what? That's important though. Like we need like scene shit. We need scene kids. We need like people who just like
And he's
fucking
young.
with shit.
And
He's
he's
young.
young.
Yeah.
He's young.
You
He's from
know?
the West Bank. He's
Yeah.
from like I think that.
Damn, the West Bank untapped.
Let me tell you, I think Chapo really had to like. I don't want to say allergies. I can't really remember, but
Yeah.
and I just it's funny because we met him through his other homie, and
Yeah.
he cool, man. He'll like I said, he plays at the this event on Fridays that they do.
Where?
Sounds
It's
like a
at,
secret sex party.
Not, at Catahoula.
This event they do.
This event they do. It's called
Oh, at
Sunset.
Catahoula. Oh,
Sunset
with,
Session.
I know what you're talking about. With
Catahoula.
yeah,
That's right.
Catahoula. I mean, not Catahoula, but
That's right.
what's my man who during the event? Fucking the promoter. The promoter.
Huh.
I forgot.
But so it's a cool little vibe up there. He plays there too all the time. But like I said, I like the type of music he plays. He's like
groovy house, chill.
Yeah.
he's
groovy house.
like at 122,
Yeah,
120. He ain't
We
really,
like that.
yeah.
he grooving.
Yeah.
But it's great for
I'm-
like an opening slot. He starts the people in, brings them to the right place, and then
Right.
when we come on,
Yeah.
Playing his part.
we don't really warm up. We just go.
For Mardi
That's
Gras,
our
like
vibe, so.
for Mardi Gras, me and him play back to back for probably like 2 hours. Like at actually happened to be a sunset. That said, I was up there playing, and he just,
Mhm.
it's very different from what we play at our shows. But I don't mind some of the slower. I like indie music. I love indie music.
How did y'all feel about like doing a 4-hour set?
We honestly, when we first started, we pretty much only did 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like
I think for
our whole thing.
yeah, and for our chemistry and just being able to be also too, like I like to play, and I
Yeah.
think when you in a groove of it, we didn't even notice. We recorded the set, and I remember we checked the clock once or twice, and we were at 3 hours and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And so like when the crowd is into it and you're able to hold them for that long, like you just feed off that energy. I didn't even notice. There's been times where we've all been there where you play and you're like, all right,
Yeah,
so I'm ready to take. I need to take a little, but that energy was there and we felt it. There was a lull right around 3:30 for like 20 minutes, and then we hit a second win. And I think a lot of people had got out from some of the concerts that just stopped by, but we hit a second win, and we played techno.
Yeah.
Most of the second.
The second wins hit like crazy.
Oh yeah, it's a good feeling though, cause like when the crowd starts like dwindle, you're like, okay, well maybe it's gonna switch up a little bit, and then a sudden rush of more people, and you're like, okay, we're back, let's go.
Sometimes at like 3 a.m. it like dies. I accept it's over, and I'm kind of like starting to mentally like, all right, and then it starts popping. I'm kind of like, damn, I love this, but
so
I'm already checked out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go home now. You know.
That's real.
Cause I kind of got this question at like the last joint I was at, like. You both y'all both have professions like before y'all started DJing, right?
Yeah.
How does it like? Number one, how did y'all even get here? And number two, like, how does what you guys do or previously did? Because I know you used to box.
Yeah.
And I know you into like architecture and shit.
Right. So I think for me, I gotta speak for myself. To start at the base, I was an athlete like we all, typically when I was young. So I like to perform. I like the show. I miss playing football. I miss those the light being under light. DJ is the closest thing that gives me that, but that group. But what I also have always loved was to party, and I didn't like how some people just outgrow it. I love to go to events. I would love to go to events to see how they do their production, the music, and I feel like when you work a 9 to 5. Which I started working when I was young. I've had any job you can think of. I used to sell security systems door to door. I've worked at the airport as a baggage handler. I worked in DSW. I've been a tutor. I've been everything. I've worked in firms, in professional settings. I've done them all. When you have those jobs, for me, going out on the weekends was like where I got to, let loose. I didn't have sports. Sports was my thing. Right. And that's how I messed my knee up. I tore my knee up playing sports after I had already stopped playing competitively. Right. But I just couldn't stay out the gym. So I was at the gym or I was partying, and I just loved it. I was a weekend warrior. I was Thursday to Sunday. I was partying. Yeah. And for me, architecture, design, and product, all of that kind of, when you design spaces and you create spaces as an artist, you can go and you can dip your toe into other little fields. Because what you can't teach is an eye, right? So I would go out to these different parties, look at Mardi Gras was about. I would try to go as many balls as I could because I was interested in how they do their production, also the music and everything too, but also how it all came together. And so for me, when I started DJing, because one day my boy was like, I used to throw this party in the French Quarter where I lived in my courtyard. He was like, you should DJ. And I was like, yeah, probably not. I was like, bro, I work at
the same thing.
Well, because I had a job, and I also was like, man, I don't know anything about equipment. I just know how to get a lot of people to a party. Because in college, we used to throw parties under a name called Cheap Thrills. And we would just go to people's houses, or people would come be like, hey, throw a party at our house. And we packed that motherfucker out, throw a party, and it was on to the next. I was like, I can get a bunch of people to a space, but we just had the playlist popping. It wasn't like I was like, I know nothing. I don't have no equipment. Right. I went on my website for my school's classified, saw a gear. A guy was selling a tractor, S2, $100. I said, I'll take it. He dropped it off, and I announced, I was like, at my thing in the beginning before St. Anne's, I'm a DJ. And then some people were like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm a DJ. And they're like, all right. And so I did it. And then a little while after that, I got my first gig at the Troubadour, and after a while, it just, I loved it. And so I think the biggest part for me was when I wanted to start taking it more serious and just gigging is when I had that gig and all my friends would come. Yeah. And I'm like, they pay me $100 an hour, whatever they pay me, right? And I was like, I wonder what that bar doing. Because every time I DJ up here, I see all my friends. I started counting how many people would come.
Espresso martinis.
Yeah, so I was I'm doing some math. I'm like,
You're like, what $15 for espresso martini?
I'm like, okay, so what if I do my own thing? Or what if that's where it kind of started for me. Before I was going to Pink Room Project, I was going to Soul Sister.
Shit, yeah.
Every Saturday.
Yeah.
It was Soul Sister.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this was the heyday of the Saints. So you would go to Soul Sister. You was Soul Sister 1 or 2, and then the Saint from 2 to 7.
Facts.
And
Right.
that was every weekend, and she threw down, and that was before people really knew about it.
Yeah.
If you was on that dance floor, no phones.
It's a different era.
That was
a different
the
era,
golden.
dude.
That was the golden. When
It
she was
was
at
a
Hi Ho
different
every
era,
Saturday,
yeah.
dog, that was the golden era of like
Yeah.
partying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Saint was you would go there, and then you would go into the Saint. After
Yeah.
that, you know.
That was definitely a time.
We definitely crossed paths at some point in that
yeah,
bitch.
Yeah.
Doing the exact same thing.
That was a heyday.
Jax, how you got into this?
So it's a very different story for me. I would say, so when I was a boxing coach in Toronto, a big part of what I did, I would teach classes. I probably taught between like 20 to 25 classes a week.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you know, you're in front of people, making playlists and loving it. And from a very, very young age, like I went to my first rave when I was like 15. I loved it so much. I like clubbed. I had a fake ID. I would go to clubs every weekend. It was wild. And so I was exposed to that world very young, and I loved it, and I wanted to be in it, and I didn't really think that I'd ever have a career in it. I was just very passionate about it.
Yeah.
And so when I was a boxing coach, like I genuinely loved what I did, but I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I had one of our clients at the gym, he DJ'd, and I was kind of talking to him about it one day. He was like, I'll give you one of my controllers and you can just learn. So he
Score.
Who was it?
Kendrick.
Skrillex. Oh,
Remember
Kendrick.
Kendrick. I can't remember if you've actually met him in real life. He DJ'd at our first party in Toronto.
What?
He opened
Oh.
it. Jesus
I'm
Love
thinking-
that guy.
I'm thinking down here. I know Kendrick.
No.
Okay,
So
cool.
he gave me this controller, and then one of my best girlfriends, Cage, she's a big DJ in Toronto, and
Cage.
she's amazing, and I'll give her the
Cage is
credit.
fire.
Like she really taught me how to do it, and I had a lot of friends that DJ'd and were club DJs, and so I got to learn from them, and I didn't ever have a paid gig before moving to New Orleans.
Okay,
It was a hobby for me, truly. And I wanted it to be my career, but I had no idea how to even do that. So moved here as a boxing coach still. And then I met Josh within like the first 3 weeks of living here.
3 weeks?
Yeah, it was like my
God damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was like
I thought
think
you had been here.
No, I think it
We
was
met at one of my house parties.
Yeah.
Oh,
one of my
word.
friends from the boxing gym
Yeah.
was one of Josh's friends.
Shout out
He
to
was
Ev.
like, he was like, come to
I remember
this
him.
party.
Yeah, he texted me. He was like, "Oh, I want to. My friend. Can I bring my friend to the party? Because this was kind of like a
During
little out of
COVID.
COVID. Like, so
Word, facts,
I was
facts.
like, who is it? And he was like, oh, this is a girl. I was like, I'll bring her. I was like, we'll say girl. We'll say girl.
Just
You know,
some girl,
because it's
Get
always
their own parties.
He's like, I'll bring. He goes, well, she wants to DJ. I go, yeah, you could bring her, but like, bruh, I don't even know this person.
He's like, yeah, probably
I was like,
not.
yeah, sure. It's real. I was like, probably not. But like, yeah, bring her, whatever.
So wait, you was throwing parties during COVID. I was throwing parties during COVID.
Oh yeah.
You was throwing a house party. Were you DJing at the time? Was you DJing at oh shit? Was you DJing the house parties?
Oh yeah. By the time
he had been.
I had started let me see, 2019, I started taking it a little more serious. I started, because when I first started, it was like I said, I knew a bunch of people and I was on the scene, but I wasn't DJing. So like when my friends would have parties, I would just DJ them. I was like, when anybody would let me set up and come DJ, I would DJ. And so I would do it. And then I started just linking with different people, and then I had that paid gig, and I would get gigs here and there. And then I started throwing parties with a friend of mine. And we threw some parties at her house. We threw some parties at my house, and that's where it kind of started. And so that's when I started to do things to sort of slide in. I met her, and we linked up on things like production and different stuff like that. And I started doing that, and then COVID hit. So when COVID hits, everybody's at the house. I was like, I sat around. Nobody could really work, So I was just sitting around thinking about what I wanted to do and how I wanted to go about it. And I thought this would be the perfect time to actually, now that nobody can do anything, to sit down and to really try to delve into it and not be trying to walk and chew gum at the same time, right?
Yeah, facts.
So now, I was already had studied and seen all these other groups, and now I was like, well, now's the time to like really do it. And then I met Jax, and
she asked the DJ, and I think the party got shut down the first time right before I was like, all right, you can go on, right? And then it was Mardi Gras. My boy they lived in this big ass like mansion uptown, and he was like, "You want a DJ?" This was the Mardi Gras for COVID, so there was really nothing.
Wait, I think they was at the Milan mansion. I think was it on Milan?
I don't know what I don't know.
Wait,
what
this
was.
is after COVID?
This was during
is
COVID.
during
No, we
No,
weren't
but-
there during
But I
COVID.
know, but I think it was on around the same place though.
Oh, it was in that same area.
Because the Milan mansion was
the
popping.
Milan.
Yeah,
The
I don't know
Milan
what.
mansion.
Okay.
That was fun. That was the old. That was one of the. Well, it wasn't the pink room, but it was the
Yeah,
house
like-
that a lot of pink room people lived in together
Yeah.
uptown. That was. It was this big ass house uptown, and then it was like my tiny love seat was the only furniture.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, we were just in there. Then there were like turntables set up, and that was kind of just the
They
whole
have
space.
a lot of beautiful houses uptown. Well, I was like, yo, I'm DJing this party. You want to do it with me? Because I didn't want to DJ the whole time. And she was like, cool. So we did it. And then I had tried to play. I had played and ran into some people before and didn't really click. Or didn't really work out how we like. Jake, who's a good friend of mine, we had tried to do some stuff before. It didn't really. I actually ran into now randomly at this party I did at Pirates Alley, but it never really worked or anything to do but me and her, we had chemistry. And so we just decided to, so we did it again. I was doing this thing called Bayou Summer Sessions where we just all got on the Bayou. Every Sunday, bring a generator.
Yeah.
We got on the Bayou.
Yeah.
And then we did that together a couple times. That turned into our actual thing. So we started doing that. And now we do that from like 6 to 10 and then have a party at my house afterwards.
Word.
Yeah, and then we just decided to form a group. My name was Romance in the Stone, and she's Dr. Jax. You didn't even change your handle at the time. It was still like
so
Dr. Fit.
Dr. Romance.
But so that's how Dr. Romance came about.
Oh, okay. I got you in my phone as Dr. Romance.
Yeah.
That's like a common
Yeah,
thing
a lot of people,
we find
they're like
that
Dr.
drives me.
Romance, and she also your name was Dr. Fit, and I was like, you got to change your name, you change your whole thing, and so like, I'm Romance in the Stone, she's Dr. Jax, together with Dr. Romance, and then under the umbrella of Pure Intentions.
So you're not real doctors then.
No.
I would be the furthest thing from a doctor.
Yeah.
If you had to be, what kind of doctor would you be if you were a doctor?
Oh.
I would be plastic surgery because of the art. There's some artistic value in there.
And you make the most money.
I'd probably be a urologist.
I see that
I
for you.
need to know why.
I see that for you.
Why?
I'll just,
I need to know.
Sometimes, it's about the mystery, leave it to the imagination,
That's hilarious. I can't
If you
even.
ever feel like you want to share why, I would love to. know.
Right. We'll do that on the app.
You said that I'd be a urologist.
Like on the Patreon feed.
I feel like you thought about it too. Like you said, it's so cool. I'd be a urologist.
Yeah, no, I don't actually. I thought about it for about a second and a half actually. Before that's how long I think before I say anything. I say usually.
Love it.
I was thinking about it like when I was making the flyers and shit for the night. I was like, I remember sometimes me and you have conversations on the business side of the shit because we both Aries, and I think we look at it from a business perspective.
Are you Aries too?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
He's a
Aries.
hardcore Aries.
Aries.
Yeah, me too.
Hardcore Aries.
What are you, Jax?
Gemini.
Okay, I got some Gemini in my space. But I don't think people realize how difficult it is to like run this shit
Fuck no.
or run a night and just
Oh
the
no.
operation aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? The business side of it. I got into this a little bit before I left the last talk. I was like, this shit is fun, but it's more fun when you make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn. Put that on a t-shirt.
It is the most fun when you make money.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do it if we
when
did not make
and
money.
My whole thing was like, that was another thing. I was like, how can I monetize this? How can we monetize it was the biggest thing but I knew I was throwing these house parties in the bayou. It was all free. That was to gather the interest to show them this is like, what we
It was
do.
to show people
Just
what
to
we
bring,
offer.
Yeah, to bring people in. I mean, I like to be a good host. I like
Yeah.
when you come to my house parties in my house, I like you to enjoy yourself. I like you to leave my house and be like, you know what? That was a great experience. He had some cool shit in there. It was just this and that because that's just, how I am. So we threw our first party called Jungle Fever. Made no money. Might have broke even, but I knew there.
Where did this at?
We just did it in a house.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, and like we didn't charge to get in. We charged people for drinks.
Yeah.
And that was it, right? So, I knew we started to like coming through, I guess, out of COVID. We were doing the Bayou Summer Sessions. We started to get like a little bit of traction. We made our Instagram page.
blah blah blah, and then people started reaching out to like book us to do stuff. Initially, like in my mind, I always wanted us to do our own thing.
Yeah.
So I always want to have our own party. That's how I've always wanted to do. I was like, I'm down to go and do other people's events if it makes sense or whatever. But I always want to make an emphasis that we wanted to do our own thing. Our first real opportunity came with the Drifter, asked us to do a party there, right? Mm-hmm. And then we go to sit down, and I'm all about the business side of it because I'm like, I knew what we would offer.
Yeah,
so I knew. And when I got into it, I realized, too, that a lot of people didn't focus on the business. They were just doing it out of love. And they've been doing it for a long time, but you can tell it was just out of love. There wasn't really no business behind it because, we would ask them certain things, and they would be like, what? I want to see this. They were like, what? And I'm like,
yeah.
But so we go there, and the Drifter this was at the Drifter. The first deal they offered us, I could say the very first.
Yeah, that's it.
So
$30.
Well, I'm not going to get into specifics, but it was
What's your social security number, dude?
Right? They wanted to take, they said, listen, we're going to, it's a door deal. You guys going to sell tickets? I go, yeah. They go, okay, well, we want a certain percent of your tickets. And it was a large percent.
Yeah.
And I was like, then what? I was like, listen, this is what we're going to bring. This is what we can offer. I'm telling you this, how many people that will get here. And they go, she took it back to her boss. Her boss came back and said the same thing. He said, no, we're going to give you guys this. And I said, we'll take it. Now, I knew. I said, we're going to throw this party. We're going to pack it out and blah, blah. I said, next year, we're going to get everything we want. I said, but right now, we'll eat shit and call it caviar because we wanted to get the party, and it was more advertising and everything else, too. We had this concept we wanted to get off the ground. And really, we could have fought for more because how we actually got that deal? During COVID, for my birthday, we brought out every room and threw a party, an illegal party there. And it was packed full of people.
It was
they watched the film.
Oh, wow. That's so smart.
Yeah, so they watched. We might have had, we had a stripper. We had all kinds of shit. It was very risky. The cops came twice because at the time, their capacity was 50 people sign up on a swim. I had easily over 100-some people at that party.
Right.
But at the same time, they're not making no money. We brought every room. So what are you going to do,
Right.
So y'all brought the rooms?
We bought every single, the rooms were dumb cheap. So me and my friends would say, listen, I want to throw a party. I'm doing it at my house because it was getting way too many people coming to the house. I said, I want to do something. Let's just do the Drifter, and we're going to buy out every room. And they were like, all right. So me and my boys, the rooms might have been 100 or less.
Yeah.
It ain't 15 rooms.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and for my birthday every year, a bunch of my friends come in town. So we bought every room.
Yeah.
So then, now they go and watch the film. And I remember during the meeting, the first thing she did was grab my hand and slap it. And she was like, you can't be doing that, but let's talk about doing a real one.
Wow.
So we did it, and we took the deal, whatever. It was bullshit. We sold it out for what they allowed us to sell, which was great. So the next year comes around, and they're asking, well, what's up? We sit down and we make a deal, and we got everything we wanted, and then some.
This is like a scene out of that Zac Efron DJ movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too epic. It's too perfect.
Yeah,
wait, so why was they pissed off about you not allowing y'all to throw the parties when y'all bought out the rooms?
Because it was COVID and because legally you cannot have that many people at your
And
establishment.
also, when you book rooms at the Drifter, you're only based on how many beds are in the room. You're only supposed to have that many people.
Yeah,
in the hotel room,
listen,
so it's just extra people that weren't allowed.
I think
there.
if we were to do this normally and just buy every room, they wouldn't give a damn. If the cops come, everybody gotta leave. But it was during COVID, things were so sensitive. Like the city could have came and went, give me your license. Cause got too many people here. Somebody could have got hurt. It was very, very risky. And it's funny because I hired my cousins to bounce. I had, some of my friends, they decked out some of the rooms, brought a stripper pole. So there's people in front of the pool on the stripper pole where it's wet. There was all kind of shit. And I remember the cleaning lady who still works there to this day, who every time she sees me, she smiles. She was like with a flip phone recording us.
Oh, wow.
But she came to clean at
I told everybody, I said, listen,
I
told everybody, I said, listen, we got to be out of here. Y'all got to be out of here by 10 because that's when they show up. 12 noon, what's happening? My friend's breaking down a stripper pole, walking it out. People starting to show up that have, booked, because there's only 50 people. And he didn't say nothing, but the manager he didn't really give a damn. But some of the workers were a little stressed about it. And
That's a vibe.
But they hit us up and we did our first party there, and we've been with them. We love it over there. Been with them ever since, as far as pool parties go.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
I haven't been over there in a while.
I love a happy ending.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
The Drifter's been a big part of our journey as a company.
Yeah.
You know, these Mirage pool parties we do are just, they become a staple, I think, for us. And it's been really good for us. So this was the first year we turned that into another one of our monthly series, too.
Yeah. But
it was pretty cool.
And then that has allowed us to go to different places and do stuff. But what I do realize is that when we sit down with some of these hotels and these bars or these clubs, that they're used to being able to do everything, and I can tell that the people who they're working with don't really give them any pushback. Like when we go into a meeting, we're like, this is what we want. Let me tell you why. But most of the time, especially if someone seeks you out, it's like, well, they already somewhat know.
Right.
So,
you have that little leverage.
And then even when you collab with other people and the entities, you can just, people do business differently, and not necessarily works, but we do business a certain type of way, and we do it full time.
Right.
So it's like we're gonna get every inch of what we think we're worth.
Right. Fucking right.
And I tell other people, I say, when you do, everybody when you start now, you do whatever. You just want to play. That's
right.
And I get it. You just want to play, but after a while, you have to realize your worth. And it's like, hey, like when you go to do things, especially with your own entity, like you can, what these bars. I mean, whenever you take a shit deal, so to speak, you're hitting everybody in the face. When you do that.
That's real, man. That's pretty socialist of you, honestly. We gotta unionize DJs. TBH.
Low key though, but it's with what we do, with what we ask for.
Yeah.
It's not all like this is how Josh kind of says it. It's not all money grabbing. We do a lot of production. Almost every single one of our events is themed. We will decorate the venue completely different every single time. So we do have a lot of overhead with every event we do, and we put all of our time and energy, and it's just the two of us doing all of this. So it's very time consuming. It costs a lot of money up front, and especially at the beginning, it was like
before
all of our money.
Yeah, before we get sponsorship for some stuff now, but before that, it was all we're gambling.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Time.
When we do stuff, like even if we were to I'll give an example of if let's say we do a bar deal with somebody, right?
Right.
And you bring on a couple of different DJs. Let's say you're getting 15 to 20, whatever that percentage is. There's been times where we do those deals where we don't make no money because we're gonna pay everybody that's with us, and we're not gonna tell them, oh, we only did this and split it up evenly. It's like, nah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But those deals, depending on where you at, let's say like a place wanted us to, it was just gonna be me. I'm not going to say the name of the place. And I go, okay, well, they asked me to play. After I played with a friend, I said, cool.
Is this Sanger Theater?
No. They asked me to play. I go, okay, well, what's the deal on the finance? Well, what do we? And he goes, okay, well, it's a flat fee. And I was going to, the whole set was from 10 to 2:30 or 3.
I know exactly what it's at.
So I'm like, okay, he says a flat fee of such and such. I said, 175. I go, that's about $50-$60 an hour, which is nothing.
Right.
And he goes, or your bar deal starts after a certain percentage, after $2,000. Now this bar, their drinks ain't over $8, bro.
Oh my God!
In my head, I'm like, your bar ain't doing $2,000 a night. Yeah. Sometimes, I'm not even trying to be. I'm just saying because
that's real.
Yeah, the prices of their drinks. So I'm like, this is just, and this is like slavery. I'm like, yo, you can so I say, listen, I don't want none in the bar. Give me $400. I can give another DJ at least 100.
Right.
Split it with me. And we can each,
right.
And we'll play till whenever. If the people are dancing, and we'll bring some people in here, we'll play till whenever.
Right.
I didn't want to do it. I said, cool. I go, but I don't understand how you can have 2 DJs in here and you only offering them $150.
I know. Come on.
Yeah.
I was like, and I told him, I said, man, no disrespect. I was like, but I'm beyond. At my point, I was like, I'm just beyond where I'm comfortable with doing that. And I was just, I can't. It ain't gonna work out. But if somebody's over there,
you gotta throw it down sometimes. Not just in the bedroom. What's up, BoyToy? We got DJ BoyToy.
I'm not late.
Hello.
He was outside doing security.
I was working on Vic house outside. I saw her size.
Thank you for doing that, by the way.
Without a hard hat?
Why
where's
you
your
just
hard
walking
hat?
in there? No.
Well, I woke up when
you're
I
a
messaged
style
y'all,
icon.
I really woke up to and it was you were like, you still coming? I was like, oh no.
That was 4 hours.
That
ago.
was 2 hours ago.
You commented on the
That was
SETDEFLO
2 hours
Instagram.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he was in a
No,
chat.
but
That would be
I'm moving out
savage.
my
He's in the
house,
chat
so I had
like,
some,
yo,
cleaning
y'all
up
are
shit to
hilarious.
do.
Yo, this
I'm
is
moving out
crazy.
tomorrow, so I like,
You about to move?
yeah, I'm moving to Central City, like a little bit by the rabbit.
Wait, the last time you was here, you was moving.
Still moving.
Oh my god.
BoyToy has left the Bywater.
I'm one person, man.
That's like Chill. That's why Chill's not here. He's still moving.
Where's he moving to?
Chill now.
The Lord himself.
Yeah, hey, where
What,
is-
Chilla?
Wait, so you moving to Central City?
Yeah.
You moving to Uptown?
You
Uptown,
wildin'.
my
You
home.
wildin'.
That's where I do my dirt. I eat that hurt, they get
I
hurt.
always took you for
I'm not an uptown nigga. That's,
You are
I don't know
now.
if I'm ready to be there. All that food I don't know about and shit.
Yeah, they get some good food up
Central
there, bro.
City is right by the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's literally like I can walk to the rabbit hole in 5 minutes.
You
gonna
can
be at
walk to the hole.
Was that the motivation?
Right.
Is that the
No,
You can't-
motivation?
You
That's
can't
the
walk to
motivation.
They close too early for me. I can't.
That's
I mean,
real.
Like, well, during the week.
But you know you about to go to Po' Boys.
No.
Ports
I,
the boys.
I'm a Bud Rips guy. I mean, I go to Poor Boys.
He
of
do
course,
be in the
I've
Rips.
seen you
I
at
just-
Bud Rips so many
be in the
times.
I'm just a pool player.
You walked up
person
on
now.
you talked about me when I was on a random date there one time.
Oh yeah, and
You
oh
wanna
that
date at-
awkward girl.
You want to date at Bud Rip?
Yeah, she was she was grimy, bro.
Yo, this has been a topic lately. I feel like what's acceptable for a first date, right?
In the
Oh,
Rips.
that's a sick
It
ass
was
question.
Did you see that
okay,
thing online
look,
about
okay,
the chick
hold
was
up.
mad 'cause he took her to Cheesecake Factory? This is what I've said. I get it. We all have standards. I go for for somebody who used to get free lunch, you wilded about
Yeah.
at school. You wilded about the Cheesecake
Look,
Factory.
we knew what it was. It was no frills. We made it at the bar getting a drink. You know what I'm saying? Look, it wasn't like that. It wasn't
think that's a
wouldn't
great
call it
first
a date.
Oh, I heard date, so I was
meeting?
like, word.
That was kind of it was a meeting.
It was like a business meeting.
It was
you
a
know,
big
like
it was a
relationships.
business meeting.
Like seeing if it works
Yeah,
out.
it was-
Interviewing for the
I don't like
relationship.
cheesecake either, though.
Cheesecake Factory.
You don't
Cheesecake.
I
like,
love the
you don't like
Cheesecake Factory.
I like
just
cheesecake. I don't like
cheesecake.
Cheesecake Factory.
I love.
Oh,
You out
yeah.
the
Yeah.
why?
Have you had the avocado spring rolls?
I mean,
Bugging.
I've never been
so
there in
the
my life.
last time I got a cheat with the Cheesecake Factory,
Yeah.
my auntie gave me a coupon for Cheesecake Factory.
They have coupons?
Like for Christmas.
I'm
This is-
jealous.
Yo,
She
This
got
was
any
for
more?
Christmas. This was for Christmas. And I was like, let me go see it. I
that's
just,
crazy.
you know, that was probably when Cheesecake Factory was on St. Charles. I don't know.
That was Bistro. See, that wasn't a Cheesecake Factory. Look at you.
That
That
was
was
Cheesecake
Bistro.
Bistro.
Very
Man,
different.
Damn.
Not even the
What?
same company.
Is it
That-
not?
No,
Damn,
that's the
I
New
forgot.
Orleans version of
It was a
Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake
Wait, so they-
Bistro?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
that
no,
wasn't even
man.
Cheesecake
They
Factory.
got all y'all asses. It was a Cheesecake Bistro, the Cheesecake Factory.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. By
Yeah.
Pontchartrain Hotel. It's
Is
gone.
there an
Yeah,
assembly line?
it's gone
Very-
now.
very
It's gone
different.
now. I went
Very
in there, that
different.
shit was terrible.
I want to
Yeah,
work at
that
a
was-
restaurant called
that-
the Factory.
Jeez.
Or I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat at a factory.
I
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it. The Cheesecake Factory. I just
I
feel
haven't been to
like
the factory in a while, though.
I'm
You just
like,
call it factory.
is that the wild? Is that such a wild
Very
date?
Been to
familiar with
Factory.
it now.
I wouldn't take a girl there on a date. I'll keep it a
I
buck.
thought Cheesecake Factory was rich nigga food till I was like 23.
No, like somebody. Yo,
That's
I
about
talked
right.
to somebody.
Buddy.
Listen, I talked to somebody recently about that, and this is a comment. That's great if you're in high school.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm from
like that is
no, I'm-
that is like, oh, I like you.
I'm from the country,
No.
so we'd only go to Cheesecake Factory like on my family trips to like Houston and shit. And my aunt and them, they would freak out over the Cheesecake Factory. And I would look at the menu, I'd be like 12, and I'd be like, damn, this shit $30. It's crazy.
Isn't the
It is
menu like
low-key
40 pages
expensive.
long?
It's like
It's like a
suburbia
spiral-bound
fine dining.
menu.
When you order it
Like-
online, it's actually so expensive. Like
What
whenever
you
I'm
get
going
that?
to Uber Eats to order, I'm like, oh, okay, if we're getting Cheesecake Factory, this is a
You did Uber
luxurious
Eats
eating.
Oh, so
Cheesecake
y'all been
Factory?
doing that shit.
It'll be
Yes.
Cheesecake.
Y'all been living.
That's why y'all got a box.
That chicken pasta.
That's why y'all do the box and
Which
it'll
I
be
get that
Uber
chicken-
Eats and
No, man,
Cheesecake
that's-
Factory.
Uber Eats
She
and
loved the
everything.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
I think
I'll
Cheesecake
eat it.
Factory. They
You
got
love
like,
it too, don't you?
I'll eat it.
Oh, he capping live.
He's capping in front of the boys.
You
Not
love
at
it.
Got
all.
him.
If you heard me,
He's
if you-
posturizing.
If you heard me, I said I have no hate for that place
All
at
right,
all.
So,
We're gonna
I'm
take it
clear
out of you.
clear
I'm
it
gonna
up.
tell you
Clear
the
it up.
last time me and my homegirls went to Applebee's
see,
and then went to go see Black Panther.
Wow.
It was
Happy Black History Month.
you cannot hate. You cannot hate. First of all, I cannot stand by it. You cannot hate the Cheesecake Factory and say I went to Applebee's.
No, that shit was terrible.
That
though.
shit sucks.
That shit was
Yo,
terrible.
Applebee's
I
was
would
trash.
never go to
That shit
Applebee's.
sucks my
Everything
dick.
is
It
good
used-
in the microwave.
It used to be popular when I was 18.
Bruh, I'm not.
I
going
worked
to
there when I was 18.
Chili's.
Hey.
was like the last place I went to like
You
that.
gotta say
Apple
Cheddar's?
Outback.
Cheddars? Do y'all have a Cheddar's out here?
Remember
Is
go
it-
to boys still
about
go
Shoney's?
boys still go to they don't know
Hey,
about them
yo,
Shoney's.
Golden Corral
They don't know about
Rolls.
them Shoney's.
No, Golden
cheese,
Corral
grits,
Rolls is
Yeah,
fucking lit.
I was at the Shoney's cafeteria with Mama,
Nah, I fuck
9
with
years
Golden
old,
Corral.
eating the chowder.
I fuck with GC.
Shoney's.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
Jell-O?
Shoney's, oh my
Shoney's
god.
They had a
throw
Jello
that
bar.
Shit.
The
Son.
Jello bar.
Golden Corral though, only for the rolls.
They got one on
Only
West
for the
The
senior
rolls,
citizens.
man.
The
The
rolls,
rolls, the
honey
rolls.
spread.
Oh my god.
Do y'all know
they-
Pablo
they the best.
Rochat?
Pablo Wickshot?
Pablo Rochat.
What is
No.
that?
No, that must be
What
the
the
one.
fuck are you
so-
talking about?
What the?
I'm about to tell you, bitch.
Where you from?
Let him know.
So
She from
he's
Tasmania.
he's like a he's like a creative. He's an influencer creative type. But he does like random weird stunts in different cities. And he did this stunt one time where he had these little QR codes that he put all over a cheesecake factory.
Yeah.
And they were like on the tables at the Cheesecake Factory. And when people would scan them, it would send them to this YouTube video of like hippos just like taking a shit.
Yeah.
And he got sued by the Cheesecake
Oh,
Factory
shit.
Wow.
because of the stunt.
That's gangster.
It was pretty ridiculous.
Oh, that's fucked up.
It is.
That's
Hate
fucked
is
up.
real.
Yeah.
Why would
They,
you-
they don't want to see hippo shit while
They-
eating dinner.
It
They
was
don't
pretty,
want to. They
it's
don't
pretty
want to see
intense.
Cheesecake win.
It was
They
kinda
don't wanna- they
fitting
don't
at
want
the
to see
same
the
time.
factory win.
They don't wanna
I
see
think
that.
they're doing pretty
If
good,
it wasn't
though.
in Metairie, I would
Despite all
probably
the
go
hate.
more.
Yo,
Maybe
so
I should go to Cheesecake Factory.
You
It's in
should.
Metairie. I don't.
Maybe we
It would
should
be
go.
a great experience. Their breakfast.
They got a
is
lot of
really good.
options.
But they got breakfast?
Yes. They've
The passion.
No.
It is a
What time they
passion for me.
open?
I don't think y'all understand.
What time
It
they
is a
open?
passion for me. I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
Probably,
No.
probably
You
Have
early.
you been
No.
before,
No,
right?
I'm not a morning
Not
person.
in like since I was
I'm
15,
not a
16 years.
Son, you gotta
They have
you gotta spin a
Nutella
block.
French toast.
I gotta
You gotta
spin
spin a block.
I gotta spin a
Bro,
block.
you need to get it together, Kev.
Look, so
You can go to Cheesecake Factory,
The
bro.
only term for me is in Metairie. I can't.
since you came late, Prescott, we was talking about how hard it is to run a night.
Oh man.
And
It's really hard for him.
He came late too, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm one person.
Vic's pissed because I got here at 8 o'clock.
You did not get here at 8 o'clock. You got here at 8:30.
8:30, 8:23. I got here
Let's
at
not bring
8:23.
numbers into this, please.
Vic, don't be sassy tonight.
That's why I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah. But when you've been running grind for how long? Use the mic.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It's like almost 3 years on Thursday and like
Wait, why
2
is it
years
grind?
on Tuesday.
Why is it grind now? You spell it Grine.
Yeah, I
Cause I can
noticed
spell it
that.
how I fucking want to,
So
my nigga. What the fuck?
Is that just like an absurd? Is that just like an absurdist?
It doesn't say the same thing in your head when you read it.
Are you just being like
Wait,
an
wait, wait. Answer the
absurdist
question.
thing?
I'm gonna be real. I need you because me and Marcus got into this because he was like grind. I go, no, nigga, grind.
It's grind.
Hey, I like that. Hey.
When we were at St. Vincent for the show you had, we're outside talking. I was like, the details matter.
Yeah.
One time I
No, because Marcus he was like, he was like grind. We
Yeah.
both have been. We've been fucking with each other about that, but
Well, I like
the Mandela effect,
the
right?
only thing that came in mind when I put that was I was thinking of this this one Gucci shirt from like 2017 where they it was a Gucci shirt, but it was like when Alessandro first took over the bitch, and they made a Gucci shirt and they spelled it with a Y. Just cause like in like when you go to Thailand,
Wow.
when they have Gucci shirts with like they used to have the Gucci
Like
shirts with the
Gucci?
Y.
There's
they just
levels
spelled
of
it.
this?
Yeah, they just spelled
Like
it.
Gucci was a fucking
No,
like,
Gucci.
producer though.
Damn, it actually
No,
turns out you're
Gucci.
deep
I'm
as
talking about
fuck.
Gucci.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wait. So you was like, you know what? I
Yeah.
think it's time to.
Yeah,
turn
I
that
think
D
it's
to
time
a
I'm gonna
knee.
just make fun of myself like that.
I fuck with that.
It's like
I was
it's
like,
like my
I was
fake.
like, somebody hit him with the paperwork. You can't use
No.
this no more.
You're gonna sue himself.
We're
I
now
fuck-
grind.
I fuck with that. You have one of the longest running, like really, bruh. I tell you this all the time about your night. I say if you wasn't doing that, I would have stole it from you.
Yeah, you you
Because
did with some Hennessy a couple times.
You have
some of
you
that.
have one of the longest running nights in the city, and I was asking Josh like how difficult it is to run a night. Like for you,
It
like
sucks.
you say it sucks.
This shit
Nah,
sucks.
I was
This
just
shit
tired.
sucks,
I wish
dude.
I could just like not. I think I took off like one.
You took up like
took
this
up,
whole
like-
summer, bruh.
Like, well, no. Hey, man, chill.
What are you
Did it
talking
for like
about?
years
Chill,
straight
bruh.
every Thursday.
Yeah, thank you. But
And sure, he
and
pays
I needed a break.
2 months later.
Yeah.
Sure,
Boy, I know you was
of
going all
course.
summer.
But hey, he's doing, but he's texting you at 9 p.m. I just woke up.
Oh my God.
You was gone this summer. Like
I needed to be.
Well, you was in LA,
Well,
huh?
yeah.
How was LA?
It was fucking.
What part
dope.
of LA?
I was in Echo Park, and then like Mount
Fucking
Washington,
hipster.
which is what else you want me? What you want me to be in
in
the
the
hood?
West
You want me to go to Compton?
Yes.
Live from
No,
Compton.
absolutely
It's me.
not. You
I'm
tripping.
struggling. Okay, help me.
Tripping. Absolutely
Live from
not.
Compton, help
when
me.
I moved to California when I was like 21, I was staying at my great aunt house, and it was in Compton. And then like my first week there, I almost got robbed by this nigga named G Star.
Yeah.
Outside of the place I
I
was
love
going
that
to
you
get
knew
it.
his
You
name.
know his name.
Because he told me.
You know G-Star, man?
Nigga introduced
He a real one.
himself.
They got G-Star cough it up.
My name is G Star.
That's
No, I was
crazy.
outside the
That's
library.
just his
I was
robbery
a-
name, though.
I
That's
was
not
a-
the real name. That's the name he used when he robbing people.
I wish he would give me his full government. I'm Jared
But no,
Star.
isn't that like
Jared Star.
Isn't that close to What's that? What's it close to? That's
What
not-
is it close to Fig? You talking about Compton?
No, Echo Park.
Oh, Echo Park. Oh, Echo Park is close
So
to. That's
is it
the
close
close
to
to Dodger,
Silver Lake?
Dodger Stadium
Oh no,
and
you're
shit.
done.
And like it's
That's
kind of close
East
to
LA, right?
downtown LA.
Isn't that East LA?
Yeah, kind of.
It's before you get to East LA, like East Los is past
You know what? I love
downtown.
West Hollywood.
Yeah, please tell us, cause we.
West
I'm
Hollywood is
Louisiana
where
trying
it's
to
at.
explain your
Yeah, I don't know
geography.
shit about.
I fuck with
It's too
Anaheim.
big. It's like 8,000 cities in one fuck. I'm sorry.
It is.
The
Like
Angels.
how New Orleans is New Orleans,
Holiday.
and then we got like little
The
small
West
sections.
Banks and,
Yeah,
and the Irish
like
Channel.
why other cities don't like operate like New Orleans?
Too
They
big.
kind of
They're too
got
big.
it like that in
Yeah.
California, but they still call
We invented
themselves LA
neighborhoods.
though.
It's too big.
all
It's too many
sprawling,
people.
It's just, yeah, it's
It's
the
too
same
big.
They're like,
concept.
I live in
Yeah.
Topanga Canyon, but it's LA, but it's Topanga Canyon.
You go.
I'm like,
It's
Topanga
LA.
Canyon
To,
is 30 miles
It's
away
LA
from-
to a person who doesn't know LA though, because like it's like Houston. You tell somebody like, oh, what part of Houston? If they don't know, you go, I'm like Pearland, or like all of those sub cities make up technically one city, but it's like
Yeah.
a bunch of sub cities. So it's like you tell somebody, like somebody said they're from New Orleans, like some of the people from Metairie go, what part of the community?
What part of Metairie are you from?
That's like a thing everywhere though. Like in Toronto, people do that too. Like they'll be from like the outskirts and they all say they're from Toronto, but no one is.
But for
It's
New
like a
Orleans,
real
it's so
thing.
small. Like
Oh,
now we
yeah.
want to know what part of New Orleans. You from the West Bank? You from where
Yeah.
you from?
Yeah,
what
You know
am
what
I
I'm saying?
getting
'Cause then it's
From
like,
Marrero.
you from the East? Well, I born in Claiborne Gardens though. Back there, I used to
Yeah.
live back there. Marrero.
You used to be in Marrero?
I lived in Beach Grove.
I don't
The
know shit
neighbor-
about Marrero.
You was
They
cruising
wait-
down the street real slow.
I know you gotta get off. You
The-
gotta wait till you get off
Gotta
the
go
bridge though.
all the way down.
The bridge stops.
Yes. When I went to
That's
Bridge City, I would have
scary.
went to if I lived there when I went to high school. I went to Higgins, so I was like
Yeah.
it was Marrero, then Beach Grove, and then Claiborne
So you
Gardens.
grew up on the West Bank?
Yes.
Okay.
Until I moved to Texas. I moved to Texas when I was young,
Okay.
and then I did. And then I came back like 2 years after high school.
Started
Okay.
a rap career, you know what I'm saying?
I started
We're
a rap
working
career.
out too
Chopping
hard.
screw
so yeah.
tapes.
You know,
Yeah.
before I got into house music and everything I'm doing, we used to. My boys, they do music still, and they live in Atlanta. But we used to ask Feezy, Steph know. We used to be
Okay.
rap battling at Tulane. They used
Oh,
to give,
word.
What the
they
fuck?
used to give us the mic. We knew the dude who ran the MSC. He would give us the mic. But like in Houston, if you're high school like you, people freestyle like the whole
Yeah.
like. So I was into grew up hard on the rap and all that. But
Yeah.
when I got to Tulane, I was still fucking with it a little bit. And they used to give us the mic. And we'd be in there battling.
That's
Me,
so crazy.
Feezy, my partner Sam, Astafar,
Yeah.
Prosper. Whatever. If y'all don't, maybe I don't
No,
know.
Steph,
Miss Feezy.
Steph is talented as shit.
Yeah, very
Y'all could,
talented.
He's
very talented.
You-
Produce.
You could do like a Sway in the Morning Breakfast Club freestyle.
Sway in the morning, Breakfast Club freestyle.
You know, like a
Please don't
like
do
a
it.
8 a.m. freestyle.
Please don't.
Yeah, Vic's got a beat loaded up right now. Actually,
Yeah, you
she's
ready?
an alchemist type beat ready
You
to
have some
go.
tequila?
Right.
You guys give me 3 shots of tequila.
You'll
and
start spitting.
I'll say 10
I
seconds.
have white rum.
Well, right, rum. Okay.
Bro,
bars.
just give us some bars, bro. You know you want to.
Nah, what? I want to, boy. If you don't.
Like,
do
what
that.
you wearing tonight, dog?
You don't like this?
I like
He's
it.
preppy
It's a little
tonight.
It's a little
You look
vibe.
like a beach towel, my nigga.
I'll
A
take that.
sentient
I'll
beach
just
towel.
I'll just sit here and take that.
Sentient beach
Good
towel.
idea.
I like it. I like it.
DJ sentient beach towel.
I have to know what your kicks was though. What were your
I
you
had
on
some
blows?
docks.
Get them.
Some what?
I had some docks with some buckles on them.
Yo, BoyToy,
Yeah.
you should be like, what's the lady that used to fuck with people on the red carpet for their dress and shit?
I'm hit.
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
You should be
Oh.
Joe Rivers for us. For
Oh.
fucking
Oh, can
That
I?
would be
For second.
Can I? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
because you got like the
Just roast everyone who walks
Bow
in.
Water
If you had
swag.
to be like,
Like,
a
what the
white-
fuck you got
People
on?
probably
there?
be a
Yeah, oh
Joan
man,
Rivers
I would
if
love
he was
to.
a white
Oh, that would
woman.
be an honor.
You gonna show
Yeah,
up on
you
time?
be a what?
You could
Oh, I can
Joseph-
show one. Yeah.
You could Joseph
Yeah,
with
for that.
Brittany.
Yeah.
It's for Set Radio.
Absolutely. That'd be.
You gonna show
fucking-
up on time?
Yes, I promise. I'll sign it in
Fuck
contract.
no.
I'll
He gonna be skirt to the red carpet.
can't
Hold
get
on. Come here.
We gotta sue
What
you.
are you wearing?
Yeah, I have a whole lot of things to say. I hope,
love
but
it.
people always like look real good for y'all, so I can't go too hard.
But you could really you on your fashion shit, so you really know
oh,
what's
I
up.
go. Oh yeah.
Like you
yeah,
could be
yeah.
like, yo,
I
what's
could point-
popping?
I
You
could
know,
point it out.
you could point it out.
I could point.
Like
it out
niggas don't
for
be
sure.
knowing Prescott really be on this fashion.
is
shit.
there
Yo,
a
what you think we
I
be
just-
talking about when we on the courtyard at Porous the Boys?
At Pours the Boys, that's what they call
I
it.
call it the
The
Porous the
Porous the
Boys.
Boys.
When we at the
Porous the
Porous the Boys, me and him, what we do, niggas think we be bullshit. We be literally talking about dumb fashion
We
shit.
like,
Dumb fashion shit.
Vimo. What happened to Vimo?
He gave it to his brother.
What happened to
and
Pierre
it-
Moss? He done?
Nah, I think he's just lazy and complacent.
That's probably what it is.
Cause he's still making shit. It's just not.
I haven't.
as-
We're gonna clip
not
that
as-
and tag him in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I feel like he definitely lost a little bit of passion. That's the same thing as like the denim tear shit. This shit's kind of.
Wait,
I
I
mean,
thought
some of it's kind of cool.
I thought he
still,
made a
but-
resurgence though. Denim tears.
He did. I mean, he did, but like it's
He
still.
like
it's-
everybody rocking this shit right now.
I know, but it's like, it's like logoed the hell out.
But you
and
know-
the thought's not as.
You
as
know
much
who?
there.
You know who kind of who fucking Teflon? Bari. Bari low key Teflon. With
Yeah.
that V-Long shit.
You want some
It
wine?
was back
It
in the
was.
day.
I
It
mean,
was. I mean, now
Up
his
until
shit
like
died.
at least a year and a half ago, he was still Teflon low key.
But I think he also went logo mania, kind of like cause like I mean I love everybody love a good logo. It's like probably one of the most necessary things. I
A
think.
logo?
Yeah, like a good one, like an
Yeah.
eye-catching one, like
Yeah.
fucking like the fucking Sega logo, Sega
like
Sega
Sega.
Genesis.
Nike.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Ralph
Like,
Lauren.
yeah,
Ralph
yeah,
Lauren.
like-
I mean.
Yeah, the polo.
Brings up.
Even if polo is lame, even when they get lame, like they go from being lame to cool. But even when they lame, they still
But
got
New
that
Orleans
fucking
niggas-
horse in that man.
Real
Polo.
New Orleans niggas rock Pearlies. Like real uptown New Orleans, they on their
You
Pearly
said, what you
shit.
said?
I'm good.
You said Pearlies or
Pearlies.
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 I know. Yeah.
Yeah, like my uptown homies, they be on that Pearlies with the gator, Lacoste.
Oh my
They be on their Pearly shit with the but they get the crawfish. They get the crawfish on this shit. You don't know about Pearlies?
No,
Pearly. He
man.
may not. Cause
It's like
really
old white
Pearlies.
men go to this spot.
Mm-mm.
But you know a lot of hood uptown
Just
niggas
sound like some
shop
Canal
where
Street.
old white men shop at. I don't know if you knew that irony.
Well, I be kind of peeping.
Still wearing they
some
Pradas.
Like
yeah,
swag.
Still wear they Pradas.
Yeah. Fashion is weird, man.
You know what though? You know what I thought about? I was like, I'm about to go get some Jabos.
Oh.
The old with the strap. I'm about to
Yeah.
look.
Well, when
I
you was
collect
the
them
fucking
You just
shits.
borrow one
Jabos.
of my pairs.
I don't. All my all that shit come around.
That's a
Fashion.
Jabot jacket
You know,
right
we talk about how fashion comes and goes because of the trends, but the style is forever because that's just unique to the
I
person.
was rocking Jabos with the Chelsea
Cheer.
boots in 2016. Like, oh, let me get some of that, Tucker. Yeah, let me get a little bit of that, baby.
I got
Yeah,
this.
no, I think the Jabos are
fridge
timeless.
Pinot
Also,
Noir.
they got some Jabot ads from the fucking like the 90s, like the editorials and shit was so fucking tight. Like they were super like ahead of their fucking shit.
I mean,
But then
you talk about they marketing?
Yeah,
Their
dude,
marketing
that
was
fucking
heavy.
shit from the fucking 90s.
They
That shit
marketing
was fucking
hard,
tight
bro.
as fuck.
I was fucking with the marketing shit. You know, that's enough.
Coogee too.
Cool.
Oh,
Jala.
Coogee,
was another
Coogee is
one.
legendary.
Yeah.
But like they got lazy too. That's like
I'm gonna put you on some game. What's my shit with the fucking M's on the back?
the London shit. Is
No, not
with,
the
with
London
the they make all the leather shit.
Yeah,
and the
on
hood
the back.
niggas love it.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's I forget what the name of it
It
is.
used to be popping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It be always kind of be popping,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
still
not. It's like
popping on the
true
low.
religion where like
Yeah, it's
niggas
still
go
popping
always
on the
wear
low,
it,
yeah.
like but like
Yeah, it's still popping
What's
on
on the
low.
back of it?
it's got all the
It got
M's
the
and
M, it got
shit.
the M's on the back. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
Mesquite.
it's a
No,
Mesquite.
no.
No, that's not Mesquite. No, not
Yeah, the
Mesquite.
jeans.
got the M. You talking about
When's
man.
that starter coming back?
You know what I'm talking about.
Starter-
Starter jacket
Starter
boys
is
in the
eternal.
80s was what?
Is that gonna have anything? Champion came back.
I think it started.
Starter
I think
jackets.
starter
in
is
the
like
80s,
eternal.
Mid 80s was like those team jackets were classic.
Oh,
you-
bruh, the Bulls, the Hornets, the fucking Magic.
But I'm trying to remember
The
this name of the
Pacers.
I feel like
what is that called?
like people dress differently on different scenes. Like our scene, like the house scene, they be having some fresh motherfuckers, but
Absolutely.
it's far in between sometimes. Like some people be fresh, but like if you go to like, I'm trying to think what's the hood spots to go to and like how people dressing on.
To go across the street from Poor
Yeah,
Boys,
gotta
the
go
other
to,
place
yeah,
across
yeah.
the street from Poor Boys. That
Well,
spot.
the other
Grown
place
folks
popping,
bar.
look-y.
Yeah, the other it's popping as
The
much.
other place be popping.
I say
It's
it's
a different
equally
type
as
of
popping
popping.
when it's open.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
different type of popping.
It's a
boy.
different
It's a
type of
different
popping.
I see creased jeans up and down, boy. Boy, look, I see some creased jeans, boy. You can't look.
Is it different?
Like, every time I pass by OG, I say player made.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
you
different
can't tell
vibe.
them nothing, boy. They got the
They got the gold frame.
Tucker got to walk in there with us one night.
Yeah, I would
He
so
probably,
open
he
to
probably
that.
do good.
Yeah.
They gonna say, look at
I hope.
Man,
fun.
that's
what's up,
going,
white boy?
that's going one of
Literally.
two ways.
I had a
Everybody know
friend-
everybody, so they go know you knew.
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
friend who like I don't want to say who it was, but it was this white dude that we all know who's a great person, but definitely kind of like awkward and dorky with glasses.
we
I
know
feel like I know exactly what you're
And
talking
he
about.
like it's actually a lot of people describe it.
Yeah,
But he told me a story about how he
described
like
so many.
left his or like his he was parked out front and like he like was tripping, but like somehow his keys were inside there and he had to like walk in there tripping and like try and like get the DJ to like help him
make an
find his key.
announcement?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
No, no.
That's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
he's
Poor
like
thing.
tripping. He's just like, oh my god.
No. He should
Why
have
would
just
he ask
walked
the
up.
DJ? Just go to the bartender.
He should have walked
Actually,
up there
no,
with,
I don't.
with
There's
$5,
actually
$10.
3 people that could tell me the story. I don't remember which of them actually did, but I just remember the story and being like, "Damn, bro, that's awesome."
I like going to different sets. When we was doing Peak Run, we used to do that all the time. Like, cause we were so on some hipster shit. We would just go to the hoodest parties and just be like the weirdest cats in the room, and
That
then we
is
used to
true.
go to the weird parties and just be like the kind of like the opposite.
The shadows.
The shadows, because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, like.
Be in the back.
Just wearing a gimp suit at the
Yeah,
other
just
place.
being from New Orleans, man. You have when you're from New Orleans, you just got a different perspective of how the city operates.
There's also a bunch of different. What I think growing up, how I grew up, and then now as an adult, that there's a bunch of different worlds in New Orleans you're not even aware of.
Facts.
Like, when I
didn't
grew
even
up-
know y'all was doing the things at the Drifter.
Yeah,
Till you told me.
like when I grew up, ooh, going to the parades. What you went to Zulu on Tuesday. You went to all of Maine. But now when I got older, like you discover things like all these different
Like
crews
little
and different
sectors,
Like
balls.
little-
Yeah, like even when the
little
first
tiny
time,
ass
like
shits.
first time I went to Space Ball, Lunar Ball, I had no idea nothing like that existed. I never went to St. Anne's because where I'm at Zulu.
Yeah.
With all the other black people.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
all the
yeah,
other
facts,
people. So
facts.
when you go and then you start meeting different people who take you to different. I went to a vampire party one time, and I kid you not, I went in there with my a friend of mine. He brought me in there. Who's known to take us to places. He's just so bubbly. He meets people, and then before you know it, you off somewhere. So yo, we go to this party. Go cool, whatever. We get there. I'm like, what is this? I go in there. There's stuff all over the wall. I'm looking at people who got their teeth filed down. These people have on suits, white makeup.
They got real vampires here.
And I'm like,
Yeah, they
no,
do
there's
have-
a
they
vampire.
do
There's
yeah,
actually a
got the
vampire
whole community,
community.
yeah.
No,
So
facts.
so this is before I knew that. Though.
Yeah.
So I'm in this spot and I'm like, bruh, what is going on? This is dude like on the piano, a chick laying on top of it. They singing songs and I'm like, we the only black people in there. I'm like, yo, who you know in here? Like, where we at? Who you know in here? Because like, that's how when I first.
Yeah.
My boy Kenny. My
Yeah.
boy.
It could be
Yeah.
somewhere where
Start
you feel like
plotting the
your
exit.
safety
Yeah.
might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you know in here?
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, such and such," and I'm like, "This shit out the Wild Magnolia." I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
smoking. I'm like
Yeah.
lighting up.
Can you tell him to come sit by us, please?
But I be telling people New Orleans is the best place in the world because of that. Like, it's so many like little pockets, and the city's so small that you really gotta know that. Like, people tell me it's the city's not boring at all, yo. It got so many pockets that you could
Yeah.
get into.
It's a
If you're
different
born
life.
in New Orleans,
Yeah.
you're boring.
It's a different lifestyle.
Yeah, there's definitely a different
Like
lifestyle.
the 9 to 5ers, which I used to be one of those people, and then
Yeah.
trying to party too is like I used to say this in school, like something go suffer because like you get 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
You can stay up all night, you can party, you can make good grades.
Yeah.
You can only get 2 of them.
Yeah.
You can only get 2. So it's
Yeah.
like me going to all these different places. I'd be out on the weekends like crazy. Some of my friends, they'd be like, yeah, I have to get up in the morning.
Yeah.
Like when I'm going home, they like getting up and they have a routine and
No, that's facts.
you can never really come in. You have to really know somebody who's in it who could just grab you and
Used
take
to
you.
be
Well,
like,
let me ask you this.
fuck.
I know your routine. You wake up at 8 o'clock at the p.m.
Nah, it's not. I don't have. It's not.
You don't
real.
have
I
a
don't
routine.
have
It's not a routine.
Right.
It's because I like. It can't be real because I like work at fucking.
Use free now.
What the fuck, nigga? What the fuck? All right, hey.
That's what. Free,
Excuse me. No, because I always work. I work like different like gig shit where it's like, before the strike shit, but I would do like fucking.
Wait,
commercial
what strike
music.
they had?
The movie strike. So like the commercials and
Oh,
shit.
you
I
was
would
doing
work-
movies and shit?
Yeah. I would
Okay.
do,
Stunt
like,
double?
EPA, set deck, stunt. I wish stunts get paid.
Can you
fucking
see
bread.
it?
I wish.
So you had like
oh
a
my
walkie-talkie.
We didn't
and
know
you
what
was
the
like,
fuck Prescott does.
Yeah.
We still don't know what he does, like low key.
I thought you
God. A
bartended.
little bit of everything. Yeah.
We
But
don't
now I'm
know.
finding out you working on movies.
Well, it's commercials and music videos.
But are you
now,
working
now,
on
I worked
yourself?
I worked on like 3.
I'm trying to see you with like
actually
a
like 5 movies.
with like a clipboard in your hand.
No, I don't have a
walkie-talkie.
clipboard.
Just
now
corralling
I
extras.
just do like set deck shit now. So it's like you get there and art director's like, all right, we gotta make this shit look like this shit, or we gotta go get this shit, dress it up to look like this shit.
So you don't really have a routine per se.
Well, yeah, because I just do different like gig shit. So like I just like
we have
when
a
the sleep fits in.
That's what I was about to ask. Like
Yeah.
I know y'all up till. Sometimes I see y'all do an event like, oh yeah, we about to do 12 to 10, and then we about to go 10 to 7.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
time, all big,
All the time.
all New Year's, all big. If we can squeeze an after party in there, double dip after party.
You gonna
for
double
sure.
dip?
Plus, I mean, the way I looked at it too is like I'm gonna be out anyway.
Yeah.
If I wasn't partying, I'm gonna go to somebody else after party.
Yeah.
So like we try to do something for everybody. Like for New Year's, people were with us from like 9 to 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because we do the regular and then we had an after party. But it's a lot of people, including my mom, other people who now like. You know, the question is like, even for y'all, I'm sure people think all you do is party. And
It's a lot of business.
and I try to tell them, I say, you know, I wake up I'm up between 8 and 10 every day.
Yeah.
And most of what we do is business.
Yeah.
Like I am on the phone, I'm in meetings, all you know, and with this business, you can go have meetings at night. We always, and we're looking to the next. So it's like on top of the artistry part of it, which is actually being a DJ, planning photo shoots, planning themes, you know, buying stuff. Then you have to hire people. Then you have to get all your business in order. It takes a lot. And then now that we're doing events once a month minimum, it's like we're always working.
Minimum.
You know, like when we we up
like
every day. We
4.
working. We in meetings. Like there's gaps, you know, and you can move those things around, but we're working.
But
So
also
it's-
too, like we are constantly planning for the future. Like when we're working during the week, it's very rare that it's for the party that's coming up
The party's
next.
already
Yeah.
planned.
It's for the party that's in 6 months,
Yeah.
7 months. Like we work extremely in the future.
Yeah.
Like our schedule is already all booked till at least October next year.
So,
Mhm.
how is that on
Portion
your
of it.
health? Like, how is it? How do you stay? No, I'm serious. Like, because staying
It's
healthy,
hard.
staying healthy, and doing nightlife
Right.
is like an oxymoron almost.
It's stressful. I mean, we have pretty much the same schedule. A typical day for me.
Because y'all both athletes, low key.
Yeah. Oh, we stay. The gym is like, a typical day for me is like if I don't go to bed. There's times too where I'm just up.
Yeah.
And I'm also an artist, so sometimes I'll paint,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll write, or I'm up at we used to have this board in my old place. I'm just up looking at this board, trying to come up with ideas, come up with concepts. I'm constantly running things by her and by whoever else, you know, like that's just how my brain works. But
Yeah.
a typical day, I get to bed by 1, which is amazing. I'm up by 8. I go to the gym. I'll eat. She'll go to the gym. If we don't work out together, we'll link up. And now we're working. Most times we have meetings, but we're sitting down and we're going over everything from financials. Really a lot, like I said, is booking and getting ready for what's next. Because when you're in a gig business, as you know, like you live by gigs. That's how you like section out your year.
That's how you make
before
money.
before you know it, it's like, damn, October was here.
Yeah.
We're already getting after October, as we're talking all the way in July. We know right after that, New Year's.
Yeah.
You know, right after New Year's, Mardi Gras early this year. So
Yeah.
you need to. We have a month.
Mardi
Parade
Gras
started-
got to be already planned.
Yeah, because parades start January 1st, but they have parades all through the month. So
Yeah.
now after that, we have a gap. But now it's festival season, and now in New Orleans, pool season starts right around April.
Yeah,
So
y'all
now
right back
it's
to
like-
Mirage again.
Yeah. So and on top of that, being an artist, trying to work on your craft too. As you know, when things like art, indeed, it's subjective. So you just have to work on it.
Yeah.
And then and being a DJ, you have to like dig. So try to combine tasks. You know, when we have to go somewhere, you know, we try to scout. We're looking for music, or we're doing all kind of different stuff. But it's like it's a lot. Things canceled, and you have your regular life, like your family.
What is that? What is family and regular?
My
life?
mom now.
I don't have that.
I don't go to a lot of stuff like I used
Aw.
to, and I think she just.
None of that.
Yeah, she just. My people just know that, like, you know, we working. Like,
Yeah, you always posting your
I gotta
family
call my
pics and
mom.
shit.
I gotta call my mom right
Yeah.
now.
But family's very important.
It is very extremely
Yeah.
important, and you know, I will say this: sometimes I regret some of the things I missed for over the last 10 years,
I feel you on
trying to
that.
get to where I'm trying to
I
get to.
feel you on that.
See, yeah.
Super feel
Let's
you.
not
on
call
that.
our parents right now.
I feel you say that because I think I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Early on, our family's always been so tight, and I'm the oldest of 4 kids,
Yeah.
2 boys and a girl. So I was always, you know, like, but when I came back, I kind of stayed to myself out here. A lot of my family didn't even know I was back until Christmas, and it was like but now now I think I tell my family I'm not gonna be at a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
The very important things I'll be there, but I won't.
you
Right
gotta
now-
let them know that so it could be.
Well,
like
they know. Right
understood.
now, I'm just hyper. I feel like through my 20, I would sacrifice a lot of my stuff just to go. But now I tell my mom, you know, she gets up because our family's just very tight. She's used to me being there where she wants me there. But now it's like, this is my life.
Yeah,
Pure Intentions Entertainment, what we're trying to build. This is our lives, you know. And she a lot with her too. A lot of sacrifice, like leaving Canada, staying away. It's a lot easier for her to stay there.
Yeah.
So what are your long-term goals with Pure Intentions Entertainment?
Take over the world.
Pretty much. I mean,
Oh shit, yeah.
like I would say we are very big dreamers, and like our goals for what we want there's two different things, right? There's Dr. Romance, which us as a DJ duo, but Pure Intentions is its own completely different situation.
You're
And
basically running a production
Oh,
company.
Yeah.
see, I didn't know that. I thought they were one and the same. But I guess in the sense you want to
No.
expand.
That
and
makes
of
sense.
course,
So
it's beyond
that
just
comes
the simple
across
name
that.
of two
Pure,
people. It's like,
like
a
Pure,
conglomeration.
we want it to function without us eventually.
Yeah.
We want it to be its own production company, own promotion company. We, again, as I said, we have very big dreams of where we want to take that. And in the next year,
Would y'all ever sell it?
I highly doubt it.
Absolutely not. I'm
Yeah.
not giving up.
Somebody offered you $3 million.
I have
No.
3 million right
If they
now.
offer me $3 million,
On
You look
that-
like the
on
guy
the-
with $3 million.
if they
Then I'm doing the right
offered
thing.
us
You can
three,
finesse. if you
yeah,
wanted to.
people
You don't think I
offered us
got it?
$3 million. Like that's crazy. That means that I know what we really.
You
I
like it.
I think for me the important thing is ownership, and I like So it's just us two. I would never. It would really have to take a dumb, crazy, ridiculous, stupid bag for me to be like, I want to. And I'm not even.
I can get you a show at Poor Boys.
Do that for me.
I can hook you up.
Wow.
It's
Well,
Big Bro, dude.
thank you.
Big Bro Tucker, dude.
But we want to take it. Like she said, we have big dreams, and you know, I think in order to dream big, you have to be a little delusional.
You got to
And
be
I feel
fucking
like-
crazy.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
think also too that
Yeah.
like I think
Yeah.
that the work we're putting in has to match the dreams, and I think that for the most part we're doing that. And you know, there's times we get into it, I'm just like, I feel we gotta go harder. She's, and I'm like, we never relish, even no matter what, no matter how good a show is, how we never relish. We already thinking about what's next. We're packing up that shit. We're up at 6 in the morning on a regular show day, 6, 7 in the morning. We're decorating, doing all of this shit, picking up stuff. And when we're packing away, I'm packing stuff, and I'm like, yo, what do you think about this? She's like, well, what do you think about this? We're already talking about what we're gonna do next.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and when we just don't relish, and I think that's the attitude that we have to just continue to push forward and to try to every year to be better, not in the same spot, a different spot than we were the year before or months before.
How do
Do you have an Adderall prescription? Because I need some.
We
my
don't.
nigga.
Typically, I wake
I
up
really
and I'm
need
like,
some 'cause
I'm
I need some
smoking
of that.
weed for like 3 to 4 hours straight
I
in the
would-
mornings.
We have
Some of
those
that.
days. I
You
have those
know.
days.
I relate to that energy. I
Need
know
that
Vic can relate to that
aspiration.
energy because she's just probably as crazy as me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Aries are just like that. But let me ask you this: how do you feel scaling up in New Orleans is going to work out? Because that's another thing.
Well, you know, that's a big thing that we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
And we are definitely going to outgrow the city. We know
Okay,
that.
okay.
And with what the type of entertainment we want to provide to people, there's just 100% not enough people in the city for what we want to do. So we
Yeah,
will
that's real.
definitely, and we are already making these moves to expand out of here. We have
Yeah.
a monthly in Toronto now. We started doing some stuff in Palm Springs, and the goal in the next year is to really start elevating
go to
what we
Miami.
do and
Yeah.
bringing it elsewhere.
I think that
Yes.
that's a twofold. Like what scaling up in New Orleans. Excuse me. Like the type of shows and things that we like to do, we think that it would be more fitting in other cities as well. New Orleans will always be home base. I love it here. My roots are here. This city is building us. You know what I'm saying? It started here, so we'll always have it. But you know, we want to expand and we want to take what we do in here. As me and you have talked about this, Kev. I think there's so much talent in New Orleans. DJ wise and other entertainment wise, I feel like the world needs to see that.
Yeah.
So that's why with the Spaghetti Disco thing in Toronto, we're bringing up one New Orleans DJ a month.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to come up,
Yeah.
we're bringing them up and we're letting them. And just to start there, but been a bunch of different cities: Toronto, LA, Miami, all over, and seeing the DJs and seeing the talent. And I look back home and I'm like, if we really, you know,
New Orleans has it.
New Orleans got it. And
It's
I'm
has
like,
it.
I think a lot of people forget about us. And, you know,
And-
even when you go somewhere else and they hear you from New Orleans, they already look at you with a certain
Yeah.
glitter. But
Yeah.
you know, we love it here. But, you know, like I said, we have dreams. And I think that we pursuing them aggressively. So we want to expand to other cities. You know, there was some issue. The reason why we got started in Toronto so early, probably earlier than we probably should have, is that we were forced to because Jax had to get her visa situation together.
Okay.
So that's for remember after Rose Petal 2, we were gone till October. We didn't do anything.
So you have to be like back and forth every 6 months.
So I used to. So when I first came here, it was very impulsive, and so I didn't get a proper work visa. I was here as a visitor, and I just stayed. And because of COVID, I couldn't come back and forth through the border. So ideally, if you want to just like kind of, I really should not be saying this. I feel like on the
How to evade
on the
immigration
YouTube.
laws.
Bleep it
but
out
I
in
had
post.
some, I played with some fire. Luckily, I found a great lawyer, and I got my proper work visa last November. So I had to stay in Toronto for 6
Congrats.
months last year. Thank you. It was a very big deal for us.
Yeah.
I was in Toronto for 6 months, kind of trapped there. And it was a very like anxious time for us for sure because we were on this major upswing here, and then
And then we just
suddenly
left.
I had to leave.
Yeah.
How do you? What's your relationship with New Orleans? How you like New Orleans? I mean, I know Josh from New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, so I love it here. I feel like when I first came here, it was. I'll be honest about my opinions on it. So
You need
When-
to.
Please.
it was
Yeah.
very different for me at first.
Yeah.
Like just how people live day to day, very different than anything I've ever experienced. Very relaxed, which was one of the reasons why I was gravitated towards here. But I've also definitely come from a very like sheltered perspective, I think, of how people live their lives.
Yeah.
So I was exposed to a lot of things that I just genuinely had never seen, and it definitely like threw me off at times. But I'm extremely grateful for what the city has done for me, and just in terms of my own career.
Yeah.
It's put me in a place I've only ever dreamed of, and it's because of the people here believing in us, supporting us, and so I mean I'm eternally grateful.
Did you know New Orleans was so black when you first came?
I did.
Yeah.
That part I knew.
Yeah.
That-
You gotta know that part.
No, a lot of
I
people
feel like.
don't. A lot of people don't because how they
That's
how they
crazy.
market it.
You would be surprised
They
that a lot of
market
people.
shit different. They
Because
market-
there's
yeah.
really like what 3 or 4.
I
really,
guess I'm
really-
from Louisiana, so I was
Right.
like, I
A lot of
just
people
I'm
don't know.
like,
When you think of like
Yeah.
black, when you think of black cities though that are black and small, there's not that very many of them. Or a
Yeah.
city like New Orleans where this is, I always say like I love New Orleans, so I ride dumb hard for it. And I've always said it like there's no place like New Orleans in the world.
At
And I
all.
feel like a bunch of people would agree when I was like that little bitty city down there in Beaufort, Louisiana, because there really ain't nothing outside of New Orleans.
Bro, it's
Louisiana
a
ain't shit
swamp.
without.
We the swamp.
And
Yeah,
so how much
Lafayette,
great?
you know what I'm
Yeah, but those
saying?
cities ain't don't even. It's not even.
Look,
When you
Hey,
you
we
come-
Don't
talk.
even.
We talk.
Bro,
Tucker,
don't
shut
even.
your
Even.
Denver,
If you-
Colorado
if
ass
you
up.
wanna-
man.
If you want to
Bitch,
like,
I'm from
if you
Louisiana.
map out the 10 5 most popular cities in the U.S., New Orleans is on that
Shut the
list.
fuck
If
up,
you map
bitch.
up 10, 20 cities in the world, I guarantee you New Orleans cracks that list.
No facts.
So it's
facts.
like, the city
But
is very unique.
No, but Lafayette got the best food. Abalusa's got the best food.
Bro, stop speaking
Hey,
right
bro.
now.
Some good
Bro,
shit.
speaking
bro,
right now.
They got
They-
some good Cajun shit.
They
It's
got
out
the
there.
best
That
Cajun shit.
Lafayette
best-
They got the
Boudin.
best.
What's the
shits.
best spot in Laffy?
Laura Two's.
Okay, that's a good spot.
Damn, touche.
I'll give you that.
All right.
But I think honestly though, a big thing for me was the sexual freedom of the city. That
It's-
is
yeah.
what
It's
Oh
freaky.
yeah, yeah.
Let's
That's
get into
what-
that.
I think it's a.
that's what threw me off. That was
Yeah.
what I was honestly
how freaky it
getting
is?
to. It was
Really?
nothing
We
I've
like to get
ever
freaky.
Oh, you can just walk into-
experienced.
Hey,
And
talk about
so
that.
It was a little bit like shocking for me. Honestly.
Yo.
Hookup
Okay.
culture
Like,
here is
I'm
big.
used to
Yeah.
extreme
Really?
monogamy, genuinely, like
Oh.
in my life and
Yeah.
Oh,
in
the polyamory.
my like friends' lives. That is how everyone operates.
Square.
Very square.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
so I think it was and still is like a big hurdle for me to mentally overcome. Just like how this is how people live, and I think
It's not a square city.
Yeah.
it's not a square city.
And I feel like
but
in other
what
cities,
I,
people live that way. They're just more reserved.
Crescent
Like out
City.
in
Yeah.
New Orleans, it's out. Like in New Orleans, it's
There you
out.
go, Vic.
It's
Chime
out.
in.
Like people,
What
don't-
did- what
people
did
don't
you
try
say?
to.
I didn't
People
I
don't
hear
try
said
to
it's a
hide it.
crescent city.
right.
People don't try to hide it. They're very much
No,
out about how
it's
they
the
live.
real. It's a real city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just
Everyone,
a real city.
and this is the part I love is everyone's authentically themselves and is
No
not
facts.
afraid to show themselves, and I feel like I can express that with how I dress myself. There's
Yeah.
a lot of things I would wear here out I would never wear in Toronto out.
Yeah.
You
for
know,
sure.
like I
So what's
I
the
would
vibe
not.
of Toronto then? They're
Toronto's
just like
a
It's
great
cold, bro.
city,
straight laced.
It's like
but
every other
it's like New York.
major
It-
metropolitan
That's where Drake
city.
from, huh?
It's just basic.
I feel like people.
Six.
Well, in New York, it seems like you would encounter people more freely that would like judge you based on your appearance or some shit. I feel like in New
Sure.
Orleans doesn't happen as often. You
no,
know?
well, like,
it doesn't.
Nah, nobody
happen
give a
here.
shit.
It's just like another, like even when I traveled to Toronto. People have, asked me stuff about like how the stuff that I was wearing. It's just like people, you see a lot of out here, like a lot of there's artists everywhere, but in New Orleans, it's just like it's nothing to go by and go see somebody who is styled nicely or doing certain things. In other cities, it's kind of like.
It's not.
It's
It's so far. It's in
here.
between. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Like,
a bunch of
everybody's
artists.
here. Like
Everybody's on it here, pretty
Yeah.
much. And maybe because
Yeah.
it's small, and if you hang out in the music, you're just gonna find nothing but people who are on that type of time.
Yeah.
But in other places, they may have them. But there's so many people. What are your chances of running to another one?
Right.
Unless you're in an area where they're all, for some reason, all doing the same thing.
Wow.
And I noticed that too. Like, even when I went to
Like
Paris,
you're not gonna run into a fucking Prescott. If
No.
you run into a Prescott, you gonna fucking stick around him.
No.
I know a
I
Prescott
was
in
like-
every state.
For real?
No.
Can you? I'm like connect us.
you're doing your
The
numbers.
Prescott
Doing your
network.
numbers.
Yeah, but I think it's like there's definitely people like you in Toronto. It's just people are very much in their own worlds.
Yeah.
You know? And so like my experience growing up, I was very sheltered but also very wild.
Did you stay with the same like group of people?
And
Like
I
kind
s-
of like.
and I was so this is my situation. So at a young age, I struggled a lot with like addiction issues,
Yeah.
which is why I'm sober now. And I was very different than everyone I was around. And I always felt kind of like the outlier. And I went to an all-girls private school, and then from there I went to and then I went
Same.
to a university I was surrounded by the same people again. It wasn't until I left university that I finally started meeting like-minded people that I felt more like accepted me for who I was, but at the same time I'm also like very addicted to cocaine and alcohol and super fucked.
Yeah.
So I had a very interesting experience
sound
growing
lit.
up. And
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was about to be-
Yeah. Cheers. I'll drink to that.
I'm like, that sound like
My bad, I'm just fucking
Saturday.
around.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Continue.
But
New Orleans
please
all
continue,
alone.
Jax.
yeah, so it was. I feel like coming here has accepted a part of myself that I've always like really wanted to be accepted in my life that I never was. But I also still have like some of those like, especially when I first got here, it was just like a little hard for me to like wrap my head around certain aspects of day-to-day life that I just wasn't like used to. But
Also, like being around not degeneracy, but like just how we live down here. We kind of live laissez-faire and close to the edge. But realistically, I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. For people in New Orleans, a lot of people don't give a fuck because it's so much trauma here that
Right.
you really said fuck it, and I'm gonna just live my life to the fullest because I'm not gonna be sad
Yeah.
all the time.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You can't live your life sad.
And
So
that's also why
you know,
community is so strong here.
No facts.
Because you have to rally to get through shit.
Yeah, you gotta
know,
learn.
together.
You gotta learn to be happy in life, and there's some type of Buddhism in that. Like, all right, I understand. Like, life is like this, and I'ma still like fight to make life better. But I'm not gonna be depressed while living my life.
I'm gonna
You
be
know what I'm saying?
depressed.
If you want to.
And Tucker will be depressed.
Tucker-
Depression
rest
is a
of
very
us.
strong entity.
I
It's
guarantee
pretty-
it.
That's
yeah.
very real, very true.
Yeah. And that's what makes this city beautiful, man. You know, I'm going to die here. I'm a swamp nigga.
Yeah.
I'm going to die here. I'm going to be here. And I'm going to build something here. Like
That's such a Louisiana nigga phrase.
I know, right? Right.
That's such
Bro, I
a-
love
But-
it. I
but-
love New Orleans.
I'm gonna die here.
But the thing is, like, what you saying, like, I asked y'all this about, like, growing, because you realize when you're trying to do business here that you deal with a lot of incompetence, like, very quickly.
yes,
And
yeah.
and then it
Big
kind of
yes.
frustrates. I mean, me and
Hard
Vic deals with this.
It's
It frustrates you.
It's astounding, actually.
It's astounding, the incompetence.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
the incompetence.
The incompetence
it's-
is astounding.
It's fucking nuts.
but I have to say, like, and this might be like a maybe controversial perspective, but I think
I
that
wanna hear it.
also
oh god.
leans into how what the lifestyle is, because
Yeah.
it's like a
How
live
dare
to
you.
party
Absolutely.
vibe.
No, it
and,
is.
and you have to like.
You gotta
it's
be a little,
true.
but
That's,
you know,
that's
my-
based because that's
very
because
true.
the city makes money
Right.
off
But
it.
you-
That's
but
how
you-
everybody
the
makes
city
money.
that
But
cares for
exactly.
God.
It like
So
drives
when she
itself
says
into
that, you know what
corner.
I hear in my head? You right, but somebody making money.
Somebody
Right.
making
Somebody
money.
making money.
Someone's profiting off of that for sure, but
old
people
money.
get sucked into that
Yeah.
way
Absolutely.
of life. So it's
Oh, it's like you have
the
to.
people.
Yeah.
There's people profiting that are running the bars and doing all this stuff, but it's the consumer that's getting sucked into this acceptance of 24/7 partying that
Yeah.
can lose themselves here, and I see that.
Yeah, you have to be
constantly.
strong.
Well,
I
well, no, that's I tell everybody.
You gotta
that's
be
a-
strong
You gotta
to
be
live
the
out here.
self-control. You gotta be
You gotta-
crazy to
Because
like
you
survive
go
in this
swing. It's
motherfucker.
like you're not
Yeah.
go in the
I've
middle.
had, like,
You
let
go
me tell
sink or
this, when I
swim.
was doing Pink Room, I was on mushrooms and doing drugs every day.
fucking day, bro.
And then there would be days I would say
Every
I'm not going to
day.
drink. But if I started drinking on Tuesday, I'm drinking till Sunday.
Yeah.
Because if you start drinking on Tuesday, like, all right, Tuesday, then Wednesday come. By the time Thursday hit, you got to go out.
Yeah.
Then Saturday, Friday,
You have
Saturday,
to.
you know, you
Weekend
have
warrior Thursday
It's
to
mandated.
Sunday.
But that's
straight
when.
up.
Mandated.
But also back then, the
to.
shit.
And then Sunday night at Po' Boys when Kate was there was my shit. And I would be at Po' Boys on a Sunday night.
It was something for
Like,
every day
till
of the
4 in
week.
the
You
morning,
could really
5
just
in the morning.
party. It was
Yeah.
nothing for you to try to hit up a friend
Yeah.
on Tuesday. Even now at 5 in the morning, they still out. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
But it's not like where you're functioning though.
yeah, I
you're
mean,
not
you learn to
dysfunctional.
revel
City
in the
of functioning
chaos.
Yeah,
alcoholics.
yeah.
You know, like I mean, because if you don't function, you can't keep
But
partying.
but yeah, you can't party.
Right.
But if you want to really scale, if you really want to be like a legitimate business person, and not to say legitimate, you just want to do well for yourself a little
Sure.
bit. You have to learn how to operate in this. And then there's like what you say, you might outgrow it, and then you might have to find alternative ways to supplement or
Sure.
subsidize this income situation that
Right.
we live in entertainment.
Because this, you know, in out here, business wise, like some of the, I was just surprised, not surprised, but it was more along the, and it's always the artist being taken advantage of, right?
Oh, it's very predatory.
yeah. So like, but
Very
I'm
much.
just, I can't even, I'm just out. You know that. There'll be
Now, if you're
times-
Aries, you're not going to deal with
yeah,
the
there'll be
bullshit.
times in meetings where like,
Oh, he does not deal with the
oh,
bullshit.
I don't care who it is. I
Yeah.
don't care if it's the owner. I don't, because when we sit down, I'll give you an example. Our first big party after our first year after Halloween, we had a big party. We go to sit down to talk about, and they come out and they go, okay, well, and I asked over the phone, what can we pay y'all? And I'm like, I'm not interested in you paying me to DJ.
Yeah.
I was like, we're gonna do a partnership. You want the brand? I was like, if you want Dr. Romance, it's different. If you want
Yeah.
the whole brand, there's no hire. Now this is a partnership.
Yeah.
I want this, and you guys can get this, so we'll
Yeah.
figure something out.
Yeah.
And they were throwing out crazy numbers, and I'm like, I don't think you get it.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I know that before, if they were just dealing with somebody who maybe just starting or maybe
Yeah, they just used to dealing with a certain way.
Right.
Company, they would just say, and even if I was in their position, that's just like, yeah, I'll take that. But in my mind, I already know. I'm like, we know. I'm like, this is not gonna work. This is what we want to do, and we negotiated for like what, I don't know. They came back and then they ended up giving us what we originally, but it was like, I guess because they didn't think we were gonna do what we said we were gonna do. So I said,
I mean, look, sometimes, honestly, Vic's probably a more hard ass on negotiation than me, where I feel like, damn, Vic, you kind of like, you pushing the line.
Oh, I relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be like, Vic, we gotta just kind of like cool it a little bit, because New Orleans, you can ruffle the wrong feathers sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
It's a small city.
but there's that fine line between like finesse and chaos, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm a tiptoe that motherfucker because I'm like, bruh, at a certain point, I'm like at a certain point, because another thing that helps me is I've worked in these spaces, so I know.
Yeah, you know.
I know what's going on.
You know the numbers.
I know what it costs to have the bartenders there. I know what it, and I know how much, and I don't have to dig in your pockets.
That
to
part.
do
Usually nothing.
If
That
you-
part.
Yeah, so, but the
That
thing is,
part.
when you know you bring something,
Yeah.
if I tell
About
you,
to rile Vic up.
if I
You
tell,
I hear over there getting
if
riled
you
up.
see me
if
moving.
I tell you, we're gonna bring this many people through the door, or this is what we want to do, and so this is what we're looking for, and you look at me and you go, oh, well, I was like, well, on a regular Saturday with nothing going on, what are your numbers?
What are you doing?
And I was like, I know already.
Yeah.
I know.
I can look in the room and tell
Yeah,
you.
I know, but also like they don't know if I know somebody that worked there.
Yeah.
They don't know whatever. I know.
Yeah.
I just want to see because it's a negotiation.
Yeah.
I understand it, like there's
Yeah.
and I know it. So I'm like, you're trying to undercut us. You're trying to shortcut us. You want us to bring an event there and do something there, but you don't want to pay for it.
Well, this is the thing. They don't see value in
And they
what
don't
you're
understand
doing.
that you're bringing them business. They don't
Yeah.
understand that you're growing their business.
Right. We're
Well,
giving you
what you're
advertising,
doing.
and we're
That's where
giving
the
you.
incompetence comes from me. Yeah.
So when do we get in Pure Fest?
That's
That
a
is
great question,
hilarious
but that is
you say
that is something that is
that name
background.
is actually
What I had on.
Now loading.
You just gave one name, so now you got a consultant fee.
Yeah, you can just demo me whenever.
That name is already the name.
Give-
That name is
That name
give-
is already the
the
Give
name.
name
Tucker
has-
his $10.
The name has been on a whiteboard
All he
for a
needed
while
25.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting because like I deal with a lot of corporations and like they redline us out. They don't bring money here.
No.
And I know what they do in New York. I know what they do in LA. I know what they do in Miami and Atlanta.
Of course.
And they act like the South doesn't have it. And if you gave us, you don't even need to funnel hundreds of $1,000s.
Right.
But if you did funnel $30,000-$40,000 into the event, because I'm saying what you guys are doing independently. Guess what you could do with $25,000?
Let me,
Oh, that'd be
crazy.
let me tell you.
You can do a lot.
Let me tell
You
you.
can do a lot.
Bro, in New Orleans,
What we,
New Orleans,
what
you
we
can do
have
a lot.
pulled off
Yeah,
without
wow.
sponsorships.
I already
when
know.
I tell them that we risking like our own bread is going into this, but you know, like you were saying about New Orleans and about now that we're starting to deal with sponsorships and we're trying to get to that point because you know when you get to that's something you got to start dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I find that even when negotiating with some of these places, a lot of those hiccups happen in the beginning. And now most of our stuff is pretty smooth because people they know about us already, and it's like okay, so they know what we're gonna bring to the table. But before, even when you got a buzz and you're just starting, that's when they really try to get you. You know, they're trying to.
Oh my god.
But even now, it's like Vic said, if we come to you and I'm telling them, listen, I have receipts from other bars and other events. I know what we can do for this bar.
Yeah.
I've looked at your prices. I know what you, and I said, I know what you're gonna do. Why would I allow you to touch anything, on our side?
Yeah.
You're gonna cover some of this overhead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to throw down. You want to pay for all this production because
Yeah.
even the people at our party, some of our tickets are quite expensive.
Yeah.
But people see that we're not money grabbing.
Yeah.
When you come, we got rides, we got people doing all kinds of for New Year's and Mardi Gras. We have all kind of stuff. So that money isn't going into our pocket. We're not gonna charge you $40, set up a table and play. Like you come in there, it's gonna be some stuff. It's gonna be like
It costs a
mini
lot of
ball.
money. It costs to
And
be the
all
boss.
and like my dad said, everything costs. He used to tell me that all the time growing up when I want something. Everything costs.
Yeah.
So it's like, but even now, like if we continue, we do get these big sponsorships. We're throwing it all into making something bigger and better.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. Like I believe, I'm my harshest critic because I go, all right, if I see somebody selling a ticket to something, if I tell myself I pay for that, then I know and I'm very, very, because I'm like, I've touched it. We have to look at these people when they see this, or they go, what are they getting for that? What makes them go, yes, and I'll do it again every time, So like that's the model we try to work by. We're trying to do that up in Toronto. It's a little different.
What about like a bounce house? You ever use one of those?
Yeah,
Yep.
they did. I
Yeah.
bounced in a bounce house at a Pure Intentions
Yeah,
party.
every
Oh.
single
I
one
feel
of
like y'all had 'em at the
our
Drift Club,
garage
like
parties, we have
several-
a
yeah,
bounce
all like all
house.
the
Bounce
time,
house with a
actually.
water slide, all kind of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we like a spectacle. You know, I
Yeah, I
think
He
love
that's
said cool. Yeah. I mean, like, and that's what I'm glad we got to talk about this tonight because I've been wanting to have like a business conversation behind how this shit operates because a lot of people they don't value what goes into like running nightlife. It's any other like business, yo.
It
This
is.
shit's important for the community. Just like somebody runs a restaurant is entertainment.
Yeah.
It's just like it gives you sustenance, but the same with the sustenance.
It's stimulation of the senses. That's what any event thing is. You're going out, you're spending money doing something, you're stimulating your
The
senses.
Yeah, I guess
sustenance you
similarly,
get from
it
a
is.
restaurant is the sustenance you get for your soul
Right.
on after you leave the restaurant. Now I
Right.
left the restaurant. Now I
It's
need to
part
kinda-
and parcel. You're
I
getting
need to
two
dance.
things done.
You know what I'm saying?
I think for us, I think we always we want to sell you an experience. We want you. I can remember to this day some of the best times I've been out. I remember one year. I can't. What year was that? 2016.
I remember.
I
That was
can't remember.
2016 was a year.
2016. Summer 16 was crazy.
That was
I went to
crazy,
see
yeah.
Soul Sister.
Crazy year.
Second week in February,
Yeah.
I believe. And when I say that night, like I can remember those experiences. The first time I went to Spaceball,
Yeah.
all of those things.
I think I played that year.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
trying to, and before I even hop into the game, I was at Pink Room Project.
Yeah.
Your boy who run your door, he remember me.
Yeah,
I would go there all
T,
the time. I
T,
would come with
yeah.
the whole
T.
crew.
Shout
I
out
was there.
Trevor.
I was going to,
Trevor.
of course, Solstice. I was going to Pink Room Project when y'all took over.
Yeah.
I was going to see Prick when he started at the Saint.
Yeah.
I remember when
That was the
when they
vibe.
started Ascendance.
When was
Yeah.
that?
The first
Was that
one-
Sydney or
It
something?
was at Sydney's. For
Yeah,
like
facts.
2 months. I
It was
Yeah.
at
And
Sydney's.
I remember when they crossed over and they brought it over. So like I've been a patron.
You've been in the streets.
So, but a bigger thing is funny part of it now. Like when we try to be like very interactive with everybody that comes to our parties. If
Yeah.
they but a big thing we run into is people now like the whole thing about having a guest list.
Oh.
I need 35 people.
And every I think it's always we've always operated. We talked about that one time.
Man, you talked about it, yeah.
We should do a party called guest
The
list.
first time we
Yo!
Yeah.
The first time we
I want
I'm
to
with
steal
it.
that. Sorry to cut you off. That's a hard ass name. Yo, plagiarism. Let me
That's just my
get
new
that
band
fucking
name,
That's a
Guest
dope name.
and
Keep
a
going.
big thing is that like we've always been the same. So no, this is no new information. That our guest list is supremely slim.
Yeah.
Oh
If we
yeah.
work with you, if we work with you, or if you work with us like a dancer or something like that, or for anything, you know, we have a guest list. But
Yeah.
for most, like even my friends.
When I
come
tell
from out
you,
of-
when
my
I tell you,
friends come
Josh
from out
is
of
serious
town.
about this, I have a message on Instagram with him saying that
My
what he
friend
just said. I
comes
swear
from
to
out
God.
of town. He is here for every party. Her friends come, and guess what he does? Buys a fucking ticket. Because if your friend has, you know, a clothing company or something, you buy their damn clothes.
Yeah.
If you not, my
You
thing
support
is,
the
My thing is,
business.
you're gonna go to somebody else's party who you don't know. You
Yeah.
ain't hopping on a guest list.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I say, look, you want to come, you want to break down, you
Mm-hmm.
want to show up before, you want to do something, or is there some type of, you know, if everything isn't always about money, there's always trade and stuff like that. But it's
Yeah.
like, man, this is our job.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
You give me a little. I know you riling Vic up on the low because she gonna be like, "Fuck the guest list, Cav. We got to."
I don't say fuck the guest list.
No,
No,
I'm saying
but
you
I
might-
do have it.
I'm trying to
I've
get
been-
laid. Okay. I
We
need
know,
to put
Tucker.
someone on
realism.
my
This
guest
is a
list.
constant
We got some
theme
realism
on
in
the
the
show.
building.
I need to put someone on my guest list. Okay? Just 2 people.
Yeah.
Because we've worked with some people before, and
I understand.
No, but I'm with the concepts
like-
of just like if you're fucking with your friend shit, pay for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you support your friends, you
It's
support your
easy,
friends.
And
and
even
that
those-
part drives me fucking
yeah,
crazy
and even those
too.
people who we put on the guest list, it's you. Unless you ask, you ask for to have some. It's because it's like, bruh, when I go, like as a DJ and a curator, when we go to other people's, we've never had people will put us on their guest list, right? This is vice versa. We work together. We're
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing. This part of the business is you need to be
Yeah.
going
Right.
out. For me, not only am I going out to support people I like, but also I'm looking to see what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
It's my job to know what anybody in my space is doing.
Yeah.
But also,
Because I get the inspiration. When people do dope shit, I'm not one of these people who's salty, like, oh, look, I'm like, that shit inspires me. I
Yeah.
gotta go harder.
You gotta go harder.
I gotta go harder.
Real
you
Aries
you went
shit.
to that party and you saw that shit they
Yeah.
was doing?
Yeah, real
I go,
Aries
that's what I
shit.
said. We take pride. What do we always say? It's good to be first. but
Yeah.
it's better to be first and best.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So, do you think you could put me on the guest list for Saturday? Just be in a +1. That's it.
Tucker said.
Just be in a
I'm
+1.
excited about this weekend because y'all never played Set the Flow yet. I
he
played.
has. I haven't.
Oh, you have played with me, but you haven't played like OG. Like we played Po Boys. We played live at Po Boys, and I'm excited
count.
because I played y'all parties a bunch of times now.
Yeah, we
And
love
I-
having
and
you.
I want to host y'all.
You
I
played
wanna
the
host y'all.
pop-up.
Yeah.
I don't think you've only played one actual peer party.
think
which
I
is
played-
you played
yeah.
the peer party, which
Yeah.
is Rose Petal Day 2.
Yeah.
But you played the pop-ups at Skull where we just
Oh
pop
yeah,
up.
the score was fun
Yeah,
though.
where we just pop
That
up.
was
Skull
fun.
fun.
That's the old techno club, right?
That's the old techno club.
That is
Yeah,
the old techno
yeah,
club.
Yeah.
That is the old techno
Yeah,
club.
Real-
A little
real OG
corner.
shit. So yeah, man. So like, I'm
My friend
excited for this
Richard.
weekend because I feel like bringing our audience together gonna be a vibe. We were supposed to do something a while ago, and it didn't work out. So now we get to bring somewhat of a symbiotic relationship together, and just I'm just excited about what we as a domino in a little small space. I love to see y'all in a
I
small
love it
space.
there.
Yeah.
I was telling her, like, for me who've been doing this partying for years before I
Yeah.
started DJing, we got a gig and we kind of like, the Saint was a place where we kind of skipped over when we started everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Saint is the shit.
I
like-
love the Saint.
When
I
you
love
Saint
the
is the
Saint.
shit.
I tell people,
You don't
you know
pay
how
no
they got,
fucking money,
the
though.
meme of Vince McMahon?
Yeah.
When he's like, he could tell me about, I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy Days Associates.
Yeah. No facts.
I didn't
Facts.
wanna, like, but
Yeah,
I was
'cause the
like,
Saint-
I was telling her, I go, we kind of, and you right about the, listen, that's a whole nother thing.
Are you talking about? You heard the money comment I made there.
Well, no, yeah,
Nah.
we're not even on a.
Is-
it was just something that was never really on our radar. But
Yeah.
when Q asked us to play there, and I was like, oh shit.
No, dude, the
And we did it.
Saint.
When did we do that?
During Mardi Gras last year.
Yeah, and for me that was nostalgic because I was in the Saint every weekend,
Yeah.
Friday
No,
and Saturday.
I'm telling you, we was in the
yeah.
Saint.
And to be
And
on
then
the
you
other
get lost.
side.
You get lost in
You'll
it.
never feel bad DJing at the Saint.
No,
Like
not-
on the weekend, you playing at the
No.
Saint, you go
But-
just let's go.
but
It's like an
See,
affirmation.
what
of
Josh
that.
is talking about is like something like 2012, 13, 14.
Yeah, bro, that is heyday. That's like
and
it was different.
What it is now it's. I
Oh,
wish.
I know. It's a skeleton.
It's a skeleton of it.
It's a skeleton of what
but
it
I
used
mean,
to be.
the
But
DJs
Prescott
were
know what
playing
the fuck
like
I'm talking about.
the
They was
DJs
really
were
DJing.
The DJs were playing like deep house and like
Like
techno and
Joey-
shit.
Oh yeah,
It was
no,
different. It was
no,
so
they were doing
different.
cool shit.
Joey Buttons,
yeah,
Prick,
Yeah,
Otto,
yeah,
SKB,
Tristan.
yeah.
I mean,
Tristan.
it was
Musa. Like,
Musa, damn, you went way
real
back.
fucking house shit came up at
Fucking
the
right.
Saint, and it got fucking washed out by Tulane kids
Yeah.
who don't know what the fuck real music
Same
sound
thing that
like.
happened to our soul sister. Well, she kind of she put her.
Well,
dues
she
in.
stopped.
She was there. Yeah, she was there for so long.
I mean, the reason I started
But-
Pink One because Soul Sister left.
right, she left. But I remember when she left and started doing it once a month.
Yeah,
And then she did because she did it once a month at the Ali's house
yeah,
at the bottom. Wasn't
Yeah.
the same, but I still went.
yeah.
You know, and then because I was like, you know what? She didn't put her dues in. I got to have her for like 3, I guess, what was that, 3
Yeah.
or 4 years? I was
Yeah.
like, you know, so I remember before y'all started, they had some guy up there one Saturday at the, and he was playing like house music. I was like, this is cool. Before
know
I
what?
know it, y'all was there. And then that was it. You know, that was the new thing, Pink Room Project. But before that, it was a kid
Ah,
played
man.
one weekend. He played one. He was all right, but it wasn't the same. Like,
I missed the
was all
Pink
wondering
Room.
what was gonna happen after that. You know, that era of she left, and even the Saint was trying to hold on, but it's so different.
Nah, it's just Benji. I think the main difference is Saint is different
Ben-
now. It's the
let me
crowd, but
ask you this.
Benji
Is Benji
ain't
go-
raised the pay
Well,
in
if-
fucking 12
Look,
years.
change-
He's not gonna
change
pay-
is
Benji
constant,
ain't gonna let you
you
charge
know?
the cover either.
Yeah, it's like,
If he's not gonna let you charge the cover,
And
guess
you-
what?
you
We
with
could do it.
these-
I would let-
you
if
with
we-
these
I'll do it
Tulane
if we
kids
made
with money?
I'll do it if we made money.
Bruh, if you could charge a cover at the Saint, everybody be trying to play that.
Yeah,
Everybody and their mama would want to
if-
play at the
if-
Saint if you could
if-
charge a cover.
We'll talk about it later, Vic.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
like
talk about it later.
That's like an automatic. That's automatic 300 plus people coming to your.
But you
shit.
know what? Like,
And you don't even know.
Look, but
Yeah.
right now
I know.
someone's living their glory shit at your parties right now.
and somebody's gonna come out of this. I wish. But
You
the
know
thing
what I'm
is,
saying?
they gotta be good. You gotta be good to take
Well,
the
they
head
will.
off the fucking,
Somebody will.
off the crown. Cause some niggas with a crown, and you gotta be good to take the head off.
You know.
You know,
feel me?
Dime's
I'm just
already on the
talking shit.
way.
I'm just talking shit.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is. You
In
know that.
anything, like,
It's
when
real
you,
shit. Like
when you and the thing is, if you get it any other way, you won't even like it.
facts.
You got to take it.
In fact, you gotta take this shit.
You know.
And
so,
honestly, for me, I just love like nightlife culture. Like I really love this shit because you really see real people in the nighttime. You know what I'm saying?
It's just you. It's people being raw.
Yeah.
It's just real energy.
I
It's authentic
see-
energy, which you already get in New Orleans.
Yeah, but
But when you get to
realness,
experience it at
I
night,
don't like
it's
fake shit.
that much deeper.
And fake shit around me. That's why I keep real niggas around me. My bad.
That's
Tuck.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real. That was the first real thing you said the whole episode.
But shit.
Why'd you
No,
say
we're
my
excited.
bad?
We're here.
we're
I'm
very
just fucking
excited.
with you. I'm just
I'm very
fucking
excited.
It's 10 o'clock.
Are you excited?
Yeah, are you excited?
It's gonna be a
Always
vibe.
excited.
It's gonna be a real vibe this weekend. I'm excited. BoyToy, Dr. Romance. The next
the
4
flow.
We got a
weeks.
bunch of new music. Why are you looking at me like that, bro? What the fuck? What did I do?
You look kind of cute.
Me and Josh have beef.
You
now.
look kind of.
We always had
Oh,
this like
shit.
love hate thing.
Oh, yeah,
We just did Lover Boy.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah. Oh shit, I
I'm
forgot.
gonna cut my beard tomorrow.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, I was thinking
man.
about.
What you
Have I
mean
ever
cut
seen you
it?
without a
Like
beard?
shave it off?
Yeah, I'll shave it in
Oh.
solidarity.
Yeah,
Don't
I'll-
shave your
Wow.
stash. Don't shave your stash.
I'll do
I'm
it
gonna-
too.
I'll
Keep the
stash.
stash, Prescott.
No, I gotta get my shit
Give it to
braided,
me.
though.
I'm gonna shave my whole
I
face.
should cut
too.
my peach fuzz in solidarity.
Prescott, I'll braid your hair.
You can't grow no hair, huh?
No, I cannot.
I don't
can
got no
braid your
body
hair.
hair, so
I'll show you a hairstyle.
you probably a real Indian
I want
nigga.
some bangs.
You know,
I'm just hairless.
you probably Native American.
That's cool though.
No, you know I
Some
did my little ancestry thing.
Yeah.
My people for years thought that was some Native American.
Nope. Well, Native Americans don't
Yeah,
grow no
'cause you
hair
got
on their
good
body.
hair.
Right, but we already know, but not in
Yeah.
Togo, which is the birthplace of the voodoo religion, where the Creole, some of the French, one of the first places.
You
they
Creole?
settled. Yeah.
Creole.
Yeah, Creole. That's kind of like indigenous.
Well, that's Iberian Peninsula, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then like, so Cameroon, Benin, Togo,
Yeah.
all those areas is where the French was kind of first.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like, those were some of the first to come over to Louisiana. What we now
Yeah.
know is Louisiana.
Yeah.
So
So you got the
know.
little Creole in you. Yeah, you got Cajun. All right.
You make a,
I'm
you make
white.
a seafood gumbo.
Do y'all have
Fire
anything else coming up after this though?
Yeah,
So-
now's the time.
Reveal the information.
We're
of the
doing
next-
another Up to No
plugs.
Good at Rabbit Hole on December 16th.
Okay.
yes, yes.
Nice.
And then
We have
Who y'all bringing in?
for up to
uh,
no good.
it's going to be us again. So our new
Us and
thing with
Marty.
Up to No Good is it didn't happen this time. We had the intention of doing it, but we were
Yeah.
in such a groove. We were going to do solo sets for each of us and then also do our Dr. Romance thing.
And then bring on one or two people. We'll probably mostly just one. This next one I think is
Marty Mayhem.
Marty Mayhem. and then we probably won't do another Up to No Good until
New Year's.
yeah, because January is just like all gigs for Mardi Gras.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Like and then
Pretty much.
literally the Saturday after Fat Tuesday, I'm pretty sure we have a gig Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we fly out Friday and we go to Canada to do Up to No Good. Seemed like a good idea. Dead.
We'll see.
But yeah, we getting ready
You
for
sleep on the plane.
for sure.
How long's that flight?
2 hours and 45 minutes.
That's nothing.
That's the exact
That's
length
not-
of The Shining, so just put that on.
First of all, it is
Perfect.
a excellent movie. I have a movie poster of that
There you
from
go.
Cuba in my house.
I think that's
Great
cool.
movie.
I would love to smoke a blunt under that.
What?
You should. Architecturally speaking, that's also a great movie. I will smoke a blunt.
Yeah, fucking
Prescott,
right.
what you got this week, bro?
Yeah, what you got going on?
What? Thursday is me and Karam, Poor Boys. Then Friday, I'm a judge for the cunt ball, and then Saturday
The cunt ball.
the
I
cunt
love
ball.
that.
The
Yeah.
king, cunt,
Is
cunt,
it
king,
like-
cunt,
Alright,
cunt, cunt.
We are at
Yeah, it's like that and like Vogue shit.
We are at Set the Flow at the Domino. We at the Domino every week this month, every week until December 2nd. No, December 9th. And then we got Set Gala coming up. But
Ooh.
but you know, we gotta fire like next couple of weeks coming up. And our live
fuck
radio
yeah.
show is coming up very soon. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
lot radio.
we got a
Oh,
live
we're doing,
radio
we're doing
show.
a live radio
Oh.
show with an
Yeah.
audience.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Where at?
We gonna tell
yeah,
you.
yeah, we don't say it
TBA,
online. Never mind.
TBA,
My bad, I forgot.
TBA.
It's
I got a plug.
on
talking
TV and shit.
Y'all have
Got a
a
plug?
November 25th, the Tell Me Bar, 8 to 12.
You're you're at Tell Me on
That's the
November
November
10th.
10th?
pregame. That's the
Tell me.
pregame.
Eight
What's
to 12.
this?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's sexy.
Tell all your friends.
Yeah.
Tell all your Tinder
Tell all your
dates.
friends about yeah.
Did I
bring-
miss it?
I
Where
have
is-
this new
where is the
concept
Set
where
Gala
you bring
at?
all your Hinge and Tinder dates to the party.
It's not announced. I'll tell you over.
Okay.
I fuck with that.
Always live your life. Never live a lie. Set the flow. SetTheFlow.com. Club. See you later.
Hail Satan.
Yeah.
Hail Satan.
All right. Let's just delete it.